सारे क्वेश्चंस बनाए हैं और इस बार आपके यूजीसी नेट पेपर 1 आई थिंक आपको उल्टा दिख रहा होगा, ये यूजीसी नेट पेपर 1 के भी बहुत सारे क्विज क्वेश्चंस होंगे। और सबसे एक्सक्लूसिव चीज, द जेआरएफ बैटलफील्ड, यानी आज के क्वेश्चंस ना केवल आपको डिसाइड करेंगे कि आपका पेपर में क्या होने वाला है, इट विल आल्सो गिव यू एम्पल अपॉर्चुनिटी टू अंडरस्टैंड योर प्रिपरेशन लेवल, व्हाट इज योर प्रिपरेशन लेवल एंड एट व्हाट पर्टिकुलर लेवल यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड। अ वेरी गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। नमस्ते, सत श्री अकाल, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। जितने भी बच्चे आ चुके हैं, और आपको पता है ये डिजिटल बोर्ड पे मैं क्यों नहीं कर रहा, क्योंकि यहाँ पे ना तो 4 ऑप्शंस की जरूरत है, ना हमें कोई किसी तरीके के क्लू की जरूरत है, और ना ही आपके सामने मैं सॉल्व करूं ताकि आपको लगे आप सॉल्व कर रहे हो। देखो व्हाट एक्चुअली हैपेंस, हमें हमेशा साइकोलॉजी समझनी पड़ेगी। आप कुछ भी प्रिपेयर करते हो साइकोलॉजी समझो। जब टीचर क्वेश्चन बोर्ड पे सॉल्व करता है, खास करके अगर बोर्ड के ऊपर आंसर लिखा हुआ है, एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑलरेडी लिखा हुआ है, तो होता क्या है कि आप सबसे पहले एक्सप्लेनेशन देखते हो और टीचर भी आपका एक्सप्लेनेशन रीड करता है, तो आपका माइंड उसी अकॉर्डिंग चलता है। ठीक है, आपका माइंड उसी के अकॉर्डिंग चलता है और आपको लगता है पेपर सॉल्व कर रहे हो। आपको लग रहा है मैंने आज 200 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए, 300 क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किए, मैं तो रोज क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करता हूं। लेकिन ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। जब तक टोटली अंधेरे में नहीं होगे, तब टोटली क्लूलेस नहीं होगे, तब तक समझ नहीं आएगा व्हाट इज योर एक्चुअल प्रिपरेशन लेवल। तो यहाँ पे इन दिस पर्टिकुलर सेशन यहाँ कोई क्लू नहीं है, यहाँ कोई हेल्प नहीं है, यहाँ कोई 4 ऑप्शंस नहीं है। हियर यू विल टेस्ट द रियलिटी, और ये मॉन्स्टर्स लेवल है। इनफैक्ट मैं आपको बता देता हूँ, आज वाले सेशन में आप में से कईयों को डर भी लग सकता है, डिप्रेशन भी हो सकता है कि अरे यार सर क्या पूछ रहे हैं और कहां से पूछ रहे हैं, बट यस, आपके सिलेबस से ही पूछूंगा, आप पीवाईक्यू बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस ही पूछूंगा, और टारगेट मेरा ये है टू लेट यू नो व्हाट यू मस्ट रिवाइज बिफोर यू गो टू एग्जाम। We have got a request to speak in English, and the student is from Kerala. I must say Kerala is most beautiful place I have ever seen in my life. It is just amazing, unbelievable. In fact, I really wanted to have a coaching center in Kerala, in Kochi. I really wanted to get settled there. It is one of my retirement plan. So you may see me if I end up making a lot of money and I can buy a native land house, so I would, if I have to retire and get settled somewhere, I'll prefer Kerala. So, okay, we'll go for English. The communication will be in English for all the students who are watching this, and be ready with pen and paper. So, my dear student, the intention of this session is not to scare you or not to impress you. The intention of this session is to let you know what's remaining, what's most important before you go to exam. We have 3-4 days. And if we get to know some topics or some particular points where you are lacking, you must prepare and should hit the exam in a proper way. Priyanka has texted me that, sir, I feel blank when you ask questions. I don't remember anything. This is the reason you must practice it. You must practice it. Everybody wants a leader to lead. When you solve the questions on board where teachers have given explanation on board, they are actually reading it for you. So what they do, they also have no answers. They will read it in front of you. But that will not help you in a proper way. So today, try to answer it and keep a pen and paper with you. So all of you already have joined us. Let's go for warm up. First warm up question, 5 questions related to warm up, right? Ready? Are you all ready? And yes, give me your attendance. Tell me who are from online batch, who are from offline, who is from Kerala, who is from Tamil Nadu. Write your states. Juliet has joined us from Tamil Nadu. Write your states, write your class status, if you're my online student, if you're my crash course student, if you're offline batch student, mention those things. Online students attendance start, crash course, okay. Garima is from Chhattisgarh. Write your state also. Punjab se bhi dekh rahe hain, sat sri akal ji tonu. Meerut se bhi dekh rahe hain bachche. Google Drive courses, YouTube student. Rajasthan se Ram bhai. Kolkata se ami tumi ko bhalobashi. उत्तराखंड से, हाँ उत्तराखंड में ठीक छू बोलते हैं ना, ठीक है, ठीक छू। हिमाचल प्रदेश, वाओ, उत्तराखंड, तेलंगाना, केरला, तमिलनाडु, वनकम, ओके, अलीगढ़, मेरठ, यूपी. So the attendance has been logged. Let's go for your first warm up question. वाराणसी से भी देख रहे हैं मैंने, ननिहाल से. चलिए, so let's go for the first question. The first question will trap you, so I'm sure. If you have studied translation theory, name 3 types of translations by Roman Jacobson. First question. Three types of translation by Roman Jacobson. I've taught this thing in class. ये पढ़ाया है मैंने आपको. हिमाचल सेट के बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे. One student is watching from Andhra. Andhra in Telugu, I don't know how to say hello, but there was a center in Hyderabad. Before COVID, I had a center. One of my assistant Bhavani, she would teach me some Telugu word. Interlingual, intralingual, intersemiotic. Juliet has given right answer. The right answer has been given by Juliet. Roman Jacobson's three concepts, three ways of translation: intralingual, interlingual, intersemiotic. Remember, I taught you this thing. I taught you the concept of rewording, transmutations. That was the first questions. Now we have got students from Gujarat also, Kem Chorinku. Let's go for the next warm-up session question. Next warm-up session question is, name the famous book where there is Professor David Lurie. Professor David Lurie is physically involved with one of his female students. It disgraces him. This is the book which is written by a famous writer who has won 2 Booker Awards. Tell me the name of the book. Sharwani Patnaik, बहुत बढ़िया. Savita Maurya, shabash. Yes, the right answer has been given. The name of the book is Disgrace. The name of the book itself is Disgrace. It is by J.M. Coetzee. J.M. Coetzee has won double Booker Award. Can you tell me the next book that has won Booker Award? J.M. Coetzee Disgrace is a Booker Awardee book. What is the another book that has won Booker Award? बताओ. Coetzee के 2 Booker Award हैं. You should not mess Coetzee. You know, there are writers who have won double Booker Award. So in that category also, J.M. Coetzee is equally important. The Life and Time of Michael K. Now, the next question for warm-up purposes we have is, in which poetry we have a reference of a writer who tells about his age. He says, I'm 37-year-old. It is a PYQ. In which poetry writer tells his age and says, I'm 37-year-old? PYQ question. I have, the JRF Battlefield series for you. The JRF Battlefield. The questions will start from here. Walt Whitman, Song to Myself, बहुत बढ़िया. One more question for all of you. What is the name of the 2 boys or 2, men in the life of Padmini? The life of Padmini, where Padmini wants somebody's head, somebody's body. There are 2 boys. The head is cut. The head is transferred. It is by Girish Karnad. Let me know the answer. What is the name of these 2 boys? किसके वो बॉडी को एक्सचेंज कर देती है. She exchanges the body parts. Sharmani has given the right answer. बहुत बढ़िया. Kapila Devdatta, बहुत बढ़िया. Reshu Bharti has given right answer. Savita, शाबाश. Jyoti Vishwakarma, बहुत बढ़िया. Mohan Bhattacharya, Shikha Rai, Manku, Nausheen, Ananya, बहुत बढ़िया. अरे वाह. I thought that was a tough question. Good. What is the name of the woman, the lady in Silent the Court is in Session? What is the name of the lady, the lead character, a lady, female character, in Silent the Court is in Session? Now recall, just think who has written it. Ashima, Shabash Ashima. Riya Sharma, बहुत बढ़िया. Aisha, Archita, Tanushri, Priyanka, Sharmani, Nandini, Manisha, Juliet. ड्रैगन स्लेयर, ये नाम है आपका. ड्रैगन तो होते ही नहीं है. चलो, ड्रैगन स्लेयर से क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं. इन विच बुक देयर इज अ ड्रैगन, द ड्रैगन हैज किडनैप्ड अ गर्ल, 2 brothers try to save the girl, and if I give you the clue, it is 18th century famous work. 18th century famous work. It has a dragon. Tell me. Castle of Indolence, Tanushri has given the right answer. Perfect. Samuel Johnson, Castle of Indolence. Seriously? Samuel Johnson, Manku? No, it is Castle of Indolence, but it is not Samuel Johnson. Who will tell me the right answer? James Thompson. Yes, James Thompson. This is the reason, the moment I read Samuel Johnson, for a second, I also thought, Samuel Johnson. Then I was like, no, Samuel Johnson. That's what I say. When teachers solve questions in front of you, you are also led. Teacher says Samuel Johnson, you will say Samuel Johnson. So always ask yourself, what is your knowledge? So the right answer is James Thompson. Now the warm-up session has been done. Ready for the actual quiz, ready for the session. अगर ready हो तो let's start with the paper 1 question. What is the full form of NIRF? जल्दी से बता दो ताकि फिर मैं आपसे JRF battlefield questions करने शुरू करूं. What is the full form of NIRF? What is the full form of NIRF? Paper 1 equally important. National Institute of Ranking Framework. Perfect. Ashima, Charisma has given right answer. बहुत बढ़िया. Mohan Bhattacharya has given right answer. Perfect. Purav, बहुत अच्छा. शाबाश. हादिया चिश्ती, बहुत बढ़िया. Priyanka, Sanvika, बहुत बढ़िया. शाबाश. Now the next question we go for is, there is a character who is supposed to be happy at the end in a famous book of 1942. In which book the character is supposed to be happy at the end? The book got published in 1942 and deals with absurdism. Batao. Arpita has written that I'm joining your class for the first time. Most welcome, Arpita. And I'm sure you will not be disappointed with this class. Right answer, Debu Priya. Debru's full name. Okay. I'm trying to read some names also. Elma Fazal, one of my CUET topper. She's in Delhi University. Nandini, Garima Singh, Mansi Mishra, Ranjit Kaur. Ranjit Kaur is also throughout topper if I'm not wrong. If she's the same Ranjit Kaur, the one who has qualified NET for 8-9 times. Shiv Ramakrishna has joined us. Yes, good. Bahut badhiya. So you are from different states. The India is here. Yes, the right answer is Myth of Sisyphus 1942. Now we go for JRF level battlefield, and here we go for the question. Name the fictional town where the ghosts appear and meet the family of Jose Arcadio Buendia. Famous question. The fictional town, name the fictional town where the ghosts appear and visit the Jose Arcadio Buendia. Anshul, yes, I can see your comments. बताओ किस book में ghost? The right answer is, the book has been given right answer. That's the right answer. 100 Years of Solitude. The right answer is by Archita Ghosh actually. Manku, बहुत बढ़िया. Macondo, the city of Macondo. That's amazing. बहुत अच्छा लिखा है. Florentina and Fermina Daza are the beautiful couple who get married at the very old age. These two characters are found in a famous book. Tell me, in which famous book we have Fermina Daza and Florentino? Florentino and Fermina Daza are a famous couple. Thank you, Arpita ji. आपने लिखा है कि आप सारी क्लासेस देखते हैं. Thank you. Savita Maurya has given right answer. Tanushree has given right answer. Who you is one of my student. I think ये अंजलि है. बहुत अच्छा आंसर है. प्रियंका सिंह, बहुत बढ़िया. सीतू मिश्रा, शाबाश. आशिमा, रिशु भारती, शिव कृष्णा, बहुत बढ़िया. रंजीत, yes, you guys are answering really good. बहुत बढ़िया रिया, शाबाश. ठीक है. Next JRF level question है मेरा आपसे. Using NIDA translation theory gave two types of equivalence concept. Using NIDA from translation theory gave two types of equivalence concept. What are those equivalence concepts? दोनों concepts के नाम बताओ. Translation theory, PYQ questions. इस सेशन में या तो चैंपियंस टिकेंगे या चैंपियंस भाग जाएंगे. बहुत लोगों को टफ लगेगा, वो गायब हो जाएंगे. शिखा राय has given right answer. Formal equivalence, dynamic equivalence. Ashma Fatima, बहुत बढ़िया. रेशु, शाबाश, बहुत बढ़िया. क्या बात है. So all those who are writing formal equivalence and dynamic equivalence is the perfect answer. It is by using NIDA, deals with translation theory. बहुत बढ़िया. Who gave the 6 ways of communication? 6 theories of communication. The phatic communication, poetic communication. Tell me the name of the writer. Sir, if you don't run away, you will die. Yes, the Roman Jacobson. Right answer is Roman Jacobson. बहुत बढ़िया, perfect. Now tell me this thing. A French book where a character is learning from two different people. He learns from two different people and realizes that the world is not fair anymore. World is not that good. At the end of the story, he looks at Paris from the top area and says, "A nos deus mentinent." Now it's between you and me. It's between you and me now. Last line. A nos deus mentinent. Tanu, बहुत बढ़िया. Tanushree, proud of you. Shabash. शर्वनी पटनायक बहुत बढ़िया, जैनब अंसारी वेरी गुड, perfect. Mehreen, try to answer. See, I know all of you cannot answer in 10 seconds, but that is the question. We have to upgrade ourselves, right? You know, when you have a habit of answering in 10 seconds, 20 seconds, you will save plenty of time. If you are already trained like champion and you can answer in 10 to 15 seconds, then 150 questions are nothing in front of you. You will save plenty of time in exam. The time that you have saved will give you ample opportunity to look at some other questions where you need to put more time. So it's a great thing. Keep on practicing with us. This is the reason I go for this kind of session. Otherwise, I have all my digital board set up and all those questions. I can show you all these questions on screen and I can just take my time. But you know what? Here I'm actually dealing with the real champions. And see, the student has joined us from Islamabad. The Pakistani student has also joined us. So competition level is going to be next level. ये बच्चा भी बहुत brilliant है, बहुत मेहनत की है इन्होंने और गवर्नमेंट जॉब निकाली है वहां की, क्रैक किया है. Yes, the right answer was Old Goryot. The name of the hero was Rastignac. Rastig, Rastignac. Rastignac. He learns from Watrin and Old Goryot and realizes that the world is no more fair enough. Right? Now we go for another question. Pablo Neruda won Nobel Award in which year? Which year Pablo Neruda, known for his love poetries, won the Nobel Award? Voice is clear, I think. Voice तो clear होनी चाहिए. बताओ. Pablo Neruda. In which year? Savita Maurya, शाबाश. शिखा राय, शाबाश. वॉइस सबको क्लियर आ रही है? जैनब से इसकी वॉइस क्लियर नहीं आ रही है. वॉइस क्लियर है सबको? वॉइस क्लियर है? जैनब इज सेइंग वॉइस क्लियर नहीं है. ये सबको क्लियर है तो जैनब एक बार अपना फोन चेक कर लो. बाकी वॉइस सबको क्लियर है. गुड गुड गुड. Courage. Next question. Courage, he said, and pointed towards the shore is the opening line of a famous Victorian poetry. Batao. Courage, he said, and pointed towards the shore. Famous Victorian poetry. Tell me the title. Lotus Eaters. बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. Who said postmodernism is the cultural logic of late capitalism? PYQ question, multiple time repeated PYQ. And don't hesitate to like the class. Batao, tell me. Postmodernism. Frederick Jameson, Elma Fazil, shabash, Elma, बहुत बढ़िया. Postmodernism, the cultural logic of late capitalism. Arshida, it is not Lyotard, it is Frederick Jameson. बहुत बढ़िया. The famous term carnivalesque is connected to a famous critic. What is the name of the critic who gave the theory of carnivalesque? कार्निवलिस्ट थ्योरी किसने दी थी? फिर आपका नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है इससे रिलेटेड है. सबसे बड़ी चीज है जेआरएफ बैटलफील्ड पूरा है ना ये. दिस इज द वन आई एम गोइंग टू आस्क क्वेश्चन. जेआरएफ बैटलफील्ड. Bakhtin, perfect. Who wrote the famous book on linguistic aspects of translation 1959? On linguistic aspects of translation 1959. I told you when I was teaching you this thing, I told you to mug it up. मैंने कहा था रट्टा मार लेना ये. Extremely important है. बताओ. Yes, the right answer is Roman Jakobson. No, not Noam Chomsky. It is Roman Jakobson, where he gave the concept of intralingual, interlingual, and intersemiotic. हमने तीनों terms पढ़ी थी. We have studied these three terms. So make sure you remember that. Roman Jakobson, he was also contributing in language translation, and other things. Who will tell me what is the difference between transliteration and transcreation? Take 30 seconds. Write down an easy way, but write complete sentence. Difference between transliteration, transcreation. Let's see. 30 seconds. I've taught you this thing. Don't worry. This is for champions. While you are trying to answer these questions, a lot of students will say, "What is he asking? ये क्या पूछ रहा है? Is it even real syllabus? क्या है ये?" Benish, yes, there is a course for UGC NET December 2026. The batch admissions are going on. Offline classes will start from 10th of July. Admissions are going on in online classes also. Online classes also start from 10th of July. बहुत बढ़िया. Yes, Shivani is watching from offline batch. Good. Transcreation, converting novel into drama, converting book into something else, a movie or something else. And then transliteration. Yes, writing the same pronunciation but in different language. Like when you write, who are you? नहीं, तुम कौन हो? TUMKAUN, तुम कौन हो? That is transliteration. बहुत बढ़िया. We have studied this concept in detail. Now tell me this thing. The name of the writer who simply wrote the famous book Between Men 1985. Between Men 1985. Yes, Abhishek, DSSB, TGT batches are available. All English batches are available. All English batches. Tell me. Iva Kasafki Segvik. बहुत बढ़िया. This is the right answer. Shikha, Archita, Shabash, Shavita Moria. बहुत बढ़िया answer दे रहे हो. Shabash. It's really good. The famous book Gender Trouble by Judith Butler was published in which year? The famous book Judith Butler's Gender Trouble was published in which year? 1990. 1990. Perfect. बहुत बढ़िया. Now, let me give you a real tough question. Lawrence Venuti critiques the translators' invisibility and champions. लॉरेंस वेन्यूती ने क्या किया था? ट्रांसलेटर की जो इनविजिबिलिटी है इसको क्रिटिसाइज किया और बोला कि ट्रांसलेशन में दिखना चाहिए. इट ट्रांसलेशन शुड शो दैट इट इज द ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ सम फॉरेन टेक्स्ट. What is the idea when we translate something to make it look it is a translation from foreign country? How do you make your readers understand it is a translation from foreign book? What is the concept given by Lawrence Venuti? Shikha Rai, perfect answer. Shabash. Abhishek, you can go to our app on this channel. Go to latest videos. In the latest videos, top comments are there. In the top comments, you can find out the app link. You can go to app and you can find out DSSB or any other exam. There are a lot of free e-notes also. The right answer is foreignization. Foreignization means when a translator translates the book in a way that it looks a translation of a foreign book. For example, if you're translating Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment in Hindi, but you still use the name Raskolnikov as Raskolnikov, Dunya's name as Dunya, Sonya's name as Sonya, it gives a kind of feeling that the reader is reading in Hindi but still reading a Russian classic. That is foreignization. The term by Lawrence Venuti, Venuti. Note it down. TGT के लिए कोई बुक सजेस्ट कर दो. TGT में 4 राइटर्स है, वर्ड्सवर्थ, शेक्सपियर, मिल्टन, गाल्सवर्दी. इनकी बुक्स ले लो, आप जितना पढ़ सकते हो पढ़ो. बट आई वोंट सजेस्ट कि ऑल द बुक्स, जस्ट यूज गूगल. ठीक है. Vinesh is asking, sir, any discount for female student as you have given it earlier? I teach feminism. I don't differentiate between genders. The discounts are available for people who are suffering from any kind of special ability, or the people who come from the family of army background, soldiers ki family, or somebody who has BPL conditions. The financial condition is totally BPL. If you give us enough proof related to it, yes, there is a proper discount. Plus, there are batches which are free also. If you are a son of some martyr or you are 80% physically disabled, आपको free भी मिल जाएगा. Yes, but not for gender. Women are strong. What I believe, women are stronger than men. If they can give us birth, they can do anything. Right? Now, the next question here we have. Walter Benjamin's essay on translation theories, The Afterlife. It was the actual title. The Walter Benjamin's famous essay, Afterlife. What was the first title? What was the first title? I normally don't need PDFs to ask questions. Here, I just developed it so that you can prepare for latest levels. महमूद, पाकिस्तान से आप और 2-3 स्टूडेंट वही रेगुलर आते हैं. आप शेयर करो वीडियो. पाकिस्तान में बहुत बच्चे हैं, बहुत सारे. अफगानिस्तान से बहुत बच्चे हैं. Walter Benjamin's essay Afterlife, it was originally titled as महमूद सफी पाकिस्तान से पढ़ना चाहते हैं, asking for discount. I would love to teach you, but We have different countries. I must respect the rules and regulations of my country. So we cannot take you as a registered student. Keep learning from YouTube. And I remember you with name. So knowledge has crossed boundaries. Task of translator is the right answer. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now this question, if you answer this question in 10 seconds, trust me, you are damn prepared for JRF. The medium is the message is the famous quotation by famous line. The medium is the message. If you just can answer in 10 seconds, even if you're not able to type, it is okay. But if the right answer comes in your brain, that's great. Tell me. My God, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. Marshall McLuhan, the person who gave the concept of media theory. Yes, the medium itself is the message. The message is a construct. बहुत बढ़िया बताया आपने. Now tell me this thing. Who gave the concept of female gaze? Sorry, male gaze. The concept of male gaze connected to media studies, and the male gaze was given a particular term by Sigmund Freud. Tell me. बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. Yes, Laura Mulvey has given the term male gaze deals with hot media. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. सविता, शाबाश. बहुत बढ़िया. रंजीत कौर. So great, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. Yes, Freud called it scopophilia. Sigmund Freud called it scopophilia. Now, what do you mean by scopophilia? What do you mean by scopophilia? Just tell me in one line. Take your time. 10, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. What do you mean by it? बहुत बढ़िया रंजीत, यू आर गिवन द बुक का नाम भी आपने दे दिया है. एल्मा फजल, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश एल्मा. Deriving pleasure at looking at opposite sex body. Deriving pleasure by looking at opposite sex body. In male gaze, it is male who is looking at female body and is deriving pleasure. And it is not even active conscious pleasure. Like you're looking at women, you are enjoying it, and sometimes you don't even know it. Right? That is scopophilia. Bollywood uses it, Hollywood uses it. They show you women unnecessarily. Why they show you women in item songs? Because you're deriving that pleasure. Even if you don't want, you are deriving that pleasure. So they come with those females showing the body parts and other things. That is actually the concept of media, male gaze, objectification. Yes, perfect. Now tell me this thing. Michelle Warner's famous work that was against anti-normative queer politics. What is the name of the book? If you have studied LGBT properly. Michelle Warner's famous work that defined anti-normative queer politics. बहुत tough question है, बताओ. We are going for tough level questions. Osama Hashmi had joined us, one of my brilliant scholar. Osama has already cracked NET exam. We have interviewed him. The Trouble with the Normal? No, not that book. Osama, my brother, I remember you. I don't forget scholars. You're an exceptional scholar. The Trouble with the Normal? No. The right answer is Fear of a Queer Planet, 1993. Fear of a Queer Planet, 1993. Sharbani Patnaik has given right answer. Yes, Fear of a Queer Planet. That is very important. बहुत बढ़िया. अब ये बताओ. ये तो ज्यादा टफ हो जाएगा आपका. Andre Lefebvre, the translation writer, and Susan Bassnett, they wrote a famous book that was called Cultural Tone. Listen to the question again. Susan Bassnett and Andre Lefebvre wrote the famous work Cultural Tone. What was the idea of cultural tone, and later it got converted into a proper book? What was the name of the proper book? What was the name of the full book? Cultural tone got converted into a proper book. I know it's in depth, but yes, it's from translation theory. We have done translation theory. Even it is not given in your syllabus. I have taught translation theory. Waiting for your answers. Yes, you're asking me that I'm appearing in UGC NET English exam. Yes, I will. I will. No, it's not dislocation of culture. It is constructing cultures 1998. Constructing cultures 1998. Constructing cultures 1998. बहुत बढ़िया. चलो. अभी पोस्ट मॉडर्निज्म से क्वेश्चन है. Name the writer who gave the concept of incredulity in postmodernism. In postmodernism, incredulity concept was given by. Yes, Rupali, बहुत अच्छा लिखा आपने. Constructing Culture 1998. In postmodernism, क्या बात है शर्वनी, बहुत बढ़िया. Lyotard. No, Archita, I cannot crack JRF. It's over age. But yes, I have scored all exams of JRF level. जितने भी एग्जाम है ना JRF लेवल ही टच किया है मैंने, बट वो एज पे देते नहीं है. They don't give the JRF on that age. I really wish honorary JRF दे दे. I don't want to take money. Even I don't know what kind of paper they're going to ask. They can ask AI questions, toughest question, or other things. I'm getting messages, sir, can you give me this PDF? No. Okay. My exam center, it is in Gangtok. As I told you, I keep on traveling. I use this time to travel to re-energize myself so that I can come back with proper energy. So, and last two attempts I could not give. One, I could not fill the form. Another, I could not reach my center. That was in Kerala, and it was really far away. So I was like, maybe let it be. So this time I'll be going to Gangtok. Yes, there are many questions that I haven't taught in online batch. They are from PYQs, then advanced level PYQs. So I keep on working. My teaching, my learning is not restricted to particular concept. That whatever I have taught, I always stick to that. No, I keep on updating. So I also know that there are some questions, and you must know at last moment so that it can just add new information, right? You guys want this PDF, so I'll upload it in online batch and crash course. That I can give you. Okay, tell me the concept. Will be answered. I'm sure you'll answer this thing. Tell me the concept of historiographic metafiction that has been given by. Historiographic metafiction that has been given by. Hidayah, offline batch admissions are going on, registrations are going on. If you really want to learn in that way, you should come to offline batch. Yes. The famous writer, historiographic metafiction, Linda Hessian. She has given the term that's very important. Now tell me this. A famous book dealing with World War II, the background of World War II, Gravity's Rainbow was written by. Gravity's Rainbow, famous postmodern work was written by. बताओ, अभी तो वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर से क्वेश्चंस आने वाले हैं. Gravity's Rainbow, written by. Yes. One student is asking, sir, can they ask questions which are even unknown to you? Yes, I'm a learner. I am always in a process to learn more and more. They can ask any tough question. Thomas Pynchon is the right answer, my friends. All the students who have answered Thomas Pynchon is really good. In which postmodern book, we have a character, he drinks whiskey and is called whiskey priest. बताओ कौन सा पोस्ट मॉडर्न राइटर है जिसकी बुक में एक विस्की प्रीस्ट है, वो विस्की पीता रहता है. विस्की प्रीस्ट, फेमस कैरेक्टर. फिर आपसे एक और क्वेश्चन पूछूंगा. आई एम श्योर बहुत से लोगों को आता होगा, बहुत सारे बच्चे आंसर करेंगे. राइट आंसर, पावर एंड द ग्लोरी. बहुत बढ़िया, पावर एंड द ग्लोरी इज द राइट आंसर. परफेक्ट, लव्ड इट. नाउ टेल मी दिस थिंग, इन व्हिच फेमस पोस्ट मॉडर्न बुक आल्सो द पार्ट ऑफ Angry Young Men movement, a couple plays the game of the bee and the squirrel. Bear and the squirrel. गिलहरी और भालू का गेम खेलते हैं. The bear and the squirrel. Which book? सविता मौर्य, शाबाश. Look back in anger, बहुत बढ़िया. John Osborne, Look back in anger, perfect, बहुत बढ़िया. Name the writer who gave the concept of two culture theory. PYQ question. Two culture theory, and the same writer has given the concept of corridors of power. Let's see who answers this. Fastest, postmoderns. Right answer, Sharvani Patnaik, CP Snow, Ilma Fazil, बहुत बढ़िया. Aisha Fatima, बहुत बढ़िया. Archita, Sharvani, Manku, Nandini, बहुत बढ़िया. Yes. Charles Percy Snow, CP Snow, the man who gave the concept of two cultures and the concept of corridors of power. Perfect, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश, बहुत अच्छा है. अब ये बताओ पोस्ट मॉडर्न्स के अंदर ही Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead, written by Tom Stoppard. Title has been taken from Rosencrantz, Guildenstern are dead. Title taken from written by Tom Stoppard. Title कहां से लिया गया है? Good. Coleridge uses a famous term, motiveless malignity. Motiveless malignity. Coleridge uses this term for a Shakespearean character in his famous book Lectures on Shakespeare. Which Shakespearean character was addressed like this? Motiveless malignity. Archit Ghosh. It is Archit Ghosh, right? Okay, I thought Archita. It's Archit Ghosh. Brilliant answer, Archit. Right answer is Iago. Trust me, you guys are really brilliant. तुमने बहुत जोरदार आंसर किया है. Perfect. बहुत अच्छा आंसर है. The famous scene, The Way of the World, opening scene starts in a particular place. It's a PYQ question, UGC NET. Way of the World opening scene कहाँ पे? Way of the World multiple questions हर एग्जाम में आता है. लास्ट UGC NET में भी आया है. 19 बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. Chocolate House, Way of the World रिवाइज कर लेना. It has been asked 19 times. Way of the World has been asked 19 times in exam. Yes, Chocolate House. Perfect. Famous writer who criticized restoration vulgarity and wrote a pamphlet in 1698. What was the name of the pamphlet? What was the name of the pamphlet? Yes, Satish, you can ask me a question again. I'll try to see the question. Tell me. The pamphlet that criticized restoration writers, vulgarity, 9 writers. Ranjit Kaur has given an answer, but it is half. Full title. Ranjit Kaur has also given the right answer of writer. I know you have knowledge. You have just written some half words. Not Jeremy Taylor, Sharwani. It is Jeremy Collier. A short note on immorality and profaneness. Mehwish Siddiqui. Shabash Mehwish. बहुत बढ़िया. A short note on immorality and profaneness of English stage 1698 by Jeremy Collier was an attack on restoration vulgarity. 3 soft stroke on a chamber door. Tuck, tuck, tuck. 3 soft stroke on a chamber door is a famous restoration signal that appears in a book. Which book? Yes, Indian Bharat has joined us. Yes, Orphan. बहुत बढ़िया. Thomas Otway's Orphan. Right answer. All the students were writing it. दार्जिलिंग से भी स्टूडेंट हमें ज्वाइन किया है. I may come to Darjeeling next 4-5 days. If the weather is good and I rent a bike from Gangtok, I may come to Darjeeling. आपने वर्ल्ड लिटरेचर पीडीएफ लिया है बट अनेबल टू व्यू. कॉल कर दो ऑफिस में. ड्रॉप योर व्हाट्सएप मैसेज. इट शुड नॉट बी एन इशू. तो पहली बार सुना है मैंने कि आपने पीडीएफ परचेज किया है ऐप से और आपको दिख नहीं रहा. इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. दिखेगा. व्हाट्सएप मैसेज कर दो. दिस इज नॉट इवन अ क्वेश्चन. ऑफिस के व्हाट्सएप नंबर पे डाल दो ना टेक्निकल टीम को. हाँ, मैं याद दिला दूंगा. मैं अभी उनको आफ्टर सेशन मैं बोल दूंगा कि देखो एक बच्चे का प्रॉब्लम है, इसको सॉल्व करो. चलो इसमें फंसने वाले हो. सो लेट्स सी. वैसे तो इजी क्वेश्चन है बट इट्स गोइंग टू बी समथिंग टफ फॉर यू. थैंक यू लिजा. लिजा इज फ्रॉम दार्जिलिंग. Kharagpur. Let's see. Whenever I plan to come to Kharagpur, there are 4 books. You have to set them in order. Ready? 4 books. Set them in order. The first one, and it is UGC NET 2014 question. Shepherd's Calendar, Totals Miscellany, Astrophel and Stella, and Spanish Tragedy. Arpit is also from Darjeeling. Great. Chalo, I'll let you know. Darjeeling mein na, I'll let you know. We will all sit somewhere. We'll taste Darjeeling tea. Tell me the order. Shepherd's Calendar. The first order, Shepherd's Calendar. Second, Totals Miscellany. Third, Astrophel and Stella. Fourth, Spanish tragedy. Totals beside number 1. Good. Shepherd's calendar number 2. Sharbani has given right answer. No, Sharbani. Spanish tragedy is 1585. Astrophel Stella 1591. The last will be Astrophel Stella. First will be Totals Miscellany 1557. Shepherd's calendar 1579. Then Spanish tragedy 1585 and Astrophel and Stella 1591. Note it down, my friends. Those who are watching this, the main purpose is to enlighten you. Note it down. Video ko pause karke likh lena. It is actually a PYQ. It's a proper PYQ. Now, in Indian literature, name the first famous writer who is known for existential theatre and is the father of third theatre in Indian modern drama. Third theatre concept किसने दिया था in Indian modern drama? बताओ. Badal Sarkar, here we go. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Now the next question I'm sure you can answer, especially those who have studied criticism with me in a proper way. Alexander Pope wrote a letter to his friend in epistle to Dr. Arbuthnot and also mentioned that Mr. Arbuthnot, when you write a book, keep the book with you for 9 years. रमेश टीजीटी नया बैच लॉन्च हो गया है, योद्धा बैच लॉन्च हो चुका है, मिस मत कर देना. टीजीटी का योद्धा बैच ऑलरेडी लॉन्च हो चुका है भाई, मिस मत कर देना. टीजीटी 999 में 1.5 साल, 55 रुपए में 1 महीना. डू नॉट मिस इट. द लिमिट इज फॉर 200 स्टूडेंट्स. आई एम श्योर हो गए होंगे, सुबह ही हो गए थे 170 प्लस. डोंट मिस इट. Yes, here we go for it. Here we go for it. This is where we go for right answer. बहुत बढ़िया. Horace, Horatian concept of 9 years. What do you mean by purple patch? The literary concept purple patch given by Horace. A PYQ question. Tell me, what do you mean by this? If you have started preparing UGC NET in last 3 months, no problem. Just make sure you read, revise maximum things. Yes, using a lot of literary devices in a one paragraph makes it purple patch. Perfect. बहुत बढ़िया. महविश सिद्दीकी, बहुत बढ़िया. मंकू, हिदाया, शाबाश. Now, the famous book, the postmodernist fiction 1987 was written by. इन्होंने कहा था in postmodernist fiction 1987, this writer said that postmodern is not about meaning. Postmodern is about existence. Postmodern is not about looking for meaning, finding a meaning. Postmodern deals with existence, ontological approach. Tell me the name of the writer who has written the famous book, The Postmodernist Fiction 1987. Those who don't know it, write it down, note it down. It will be very important for all of you. No, not Frederick Jameson, Raghav Gupta, another brilliant student has joined us. सबसे अच्छी चीज है तुम्हारे इस सेशन में सब नेट जेआरएफ क्वालिफाइड आ जाते हैं. लेवल बढ़ जाता है, लेवल. एक मूवी आई थी सैफ अली खान की ना, बुलेट राजा, उसमें एक डायलॉग मारता है, हम आएंगे तो गर्मी थोड़ा बढ़ जाएगी. तो यहाँ पे ऑलरेडी 25 से ज्यादा मैं नेट क्वालिफाइड जानता हूं जो ऑलरेडी जिनके इंटरव्यू कर चुका हूं, और ये लोग आ गए ना तो लेवल थोड़ा बढ़ चुका है. नो, इट्स नॉट फ्रेडरिक जेम्सन, माय फ्रेंड्स. राइट इट डाउन. ब्रायन मैकहेल, ब्रायन मैकहेल, MACHALE, Brian McHale, the famous book Postmodernist Fiction. He simply said postmodernism has ontological approach instead of questioning the meaning. Tell me this thing. The idea of blank parody, the satire on normative people, was given by. The blank parody concept in postmodernism was given by. Blank parody. Postmodern से बहुत क्वेश्चंस आएंगे. You remember हमने AI वाला वो डाला था ऐप में 1500 प्लस क्वेश्चंस टू रिवाइज, 1500 वन लाइन कॉन्सेप्ट, ये सब वो क्वेश्चंस है. ब्लैंक पैरोडी इज अ टर्म गिवन बाय, बताओ, पोस्ट मॉडर्न टर्म. राइट आंसर आशिमा, बहुत बढ़िया. अर्चित, राइट आंसर. फ्रेडरिक जेम्सन हैज गिवन द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ब्लैंक पैरोडी. परफेक्ट, बहुत बढ़िया. नाउ टेल मी दिस थिंग. द फेमस राइटर who wrote the literature of exhaustion 1967, the famous writer who wrote literature of exhaustion gave a term used upness. UPNESS. What is the name of the writer who gave the postmodern concept of used upness in the book Literature of Exhaustion? Exhaust होता है ना? Exhaustion. 1960. Archit Ghosh. Brilliant answer. Shabash. Yes, John Barth, 1967, Literature of Exhaustion, gave the concept of used upness. That's the thing. पता है ये सीरियसली मैंने जो बनाया है ना JRF फील्ड वाला बहुत अच्छा है. मैंने इसमें राइटर्स और कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऐड कर दिए थे. अभी है, अभी बहुत सारे हैं. अभी तो पढ़ने के तुम्हें बहुत कुछ मिलने वाला है. चलो ये आई एम श्योर बता दोगे. आई एम श्योर ये आता होगा आपको. Yes, we have UPSC classes. One of you has written it. UPSC batches. Yes, we have UPSC classes. Teaching UPSC is totally different than UGC NET. UGC NET is about entire knowledge, in-depth knowledge with a lot of factual detail. UPSC is about elaboration. How many citings you can do, how many references you can cite. Like for example, if I'm teaching John Donne in UPSC, for John Donne, I have to take 12 to 13 writers reference so that when our students write the answer, it is most, it is having impact. So teaching UPSC takes a lot of strain, no doubt. Frankly, मैं UPSC ऑफलाइन इसीलिए स्टार्ट नहीं कर रहा हूँ. बच्चों की रिक्वेस्ट है ऑफलाइन UPSC स्टार्ट कर दो. देयर आर सो मेनी स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम साउथ इंडिया, दे गो फॉर UPSC ऑफलाइन बैच. I really can't take offline batch for UPSC. I will have to teach 6 to 7 hours, picking one writer, diving in the depth, and there are so many books which are not available in India, which are not even available in India. Now, the next question we have. 1967 famous essay that said the birth of reader is at the cost of author. Which book? Which book has this line? Tiger को ले जाओ. Tiger tough question देके डर गया है. Normally Tiger never leaves me in my live sessions, but Tiger like ये पागल हो गया. No. Okay, yes, right answer. 1967, death of the author. बहुत बढ़िया, perfect. Now tell me this thing. Foucault's concept of a seeing prison, design adapted from Jeremy Bentham, is called. Foucault को concept of prison जो कि डिजाइन बेंथम से लिया गया था, उसे क्या कहते हैं? Easy है, easy. I'm sure आप बता दोगे. Right answer सविता मौर्य, Panopticon, Ashima, Ranjit Kaur, बहुत बढ़िया. Now Jacques Lacan gave three kind of personalities. Symbolic, imaginary. What is the third one? What is the third personality given by Jacques Lacan? Symbol. Right answer Sharoni. बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. बहुत बढ़िया. Right answer. T.S. Eliot has joined us. एक बच्चे की आईडी का नाम T.S. Eliot है. That's really great. चलो T.S. Eliot से क्वेश्चन पूछ लेते हैं. T.S. Eliot ने religion change किया था. He changed his religion and wrote a poetry about his conversion. Which poetry by T.S. Eliot is called a conversion poem? Tell me the names. Which poetry by T.S. Eliot? We are asking 3 questions per minute. Right answer, Ash Wednesday. Perfect. बहुत बढ़िया. Ash Wednesday. Right answer. Brilliant answer. William Shakespeare was, censored by somebody, and that somebody wrote Family Shakespeare. What is the name of brother and sister who did censorship of William Shakespeare by eliminating some lines, phrases, and words? Miss Kaur has given right answer. Thomas Baudelaire. We need the name of sister also. Sister का नाम बताओ. Thomas Baudelaire. ठीक है, it is Thomas Henrietta Baudelaire. बहुत बढ़िया महवेश. Thomas Baudelaire, Henrietta Baudelaire. Tell me the famous line. Where do we get this famous line? Something, something burning bright, thy fearful symmetry. What is that something, something? And who has written it? Something, something burning bright. Please don't sing that something, something, Mary John. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Sarvani, what is the right spelling of tiger? Ishika has given right answer. The right spelling of tiger is T-Y. In William Blake's poetry, it is T-Y-G-E-R. Name the famous author. It is a PYQ question who compared lover's heart with a hand grenade. Lover's heart को hand grenade से compare करने वाला कौन था? Lover's heart को hand grenade से compare करने वाला कौन था? Kirti Moore has given right answer. Shabash Kirti, brilliant, proud of you. Abraham Cowley, बहुत बढ़िया. Lucid Pirandellos, how many characters are in search of author? 1, 2, 5, 6. Lazy Parandlos, how many characters are in search of author? Shabash, 6 characters are in search of author. Perfect. बहुत बढ़िया. Now tell me this thing. Famous book where a runner, he can win the race but decides to lose the race to show that I am independent, I cannot be controlled. In which postmodern book a long distance runner decides to lose the race? वैसे टाइटल में आपको आंसर मिल गया. राइटर का नाम बताओ. Yes, loneliness of long distance runner. But tell me the name of the writer. Writer का नाम बताओ. Yes, loneliness of long distance runner. Alan Silito. Perfect. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. In a famous postmodern book, a writer gave 3 endings. 3 endings where the lovers are separated, united, or the girl doesn't want to be together. In these 3 endings, the girl who is missing and the lover is trying to look for the girl. The girl is found in the house of a famous author. PYQ question. लड़की किसके घर में मिलती है? 3 different endings हैं. Sharmani has given the right answer. Savita Maurya has given the right answer. You have told me the name of the book, French Lieutenant Woman. Savita has also told me the time, 1969. Writer is John Fowles. But why everybody is writing Daisy Rossetti? Why everybody is writing Daisy Rossetti? Because yes, this is the PYQ question. In the book, French Lieutenant's Women by John Fowles, the girl is found in the house of Daisy Rossetti. One thing is common in 3 different endings. They can ask you a question. What is the common thing in 3 different endings? In these 3 different endings, the heroine Sarah Woodruff lives in the house of Daisy Rossetti. Now, Christina Rossetti wrote Goblin Market, Lizzie and Laura. Name the girl who gets seduced. Name the girl who gets seduced. Lizzie and Laura. Which girl gets seduced by the goblins? Lizzie or Laura? Think about it. Many of you are going for Lizzie. Seriously? Lizzie or Laura? ये तो हमने मुझे भी डाउट करवा दिया. मेरे अकॉर्डिंग लॉरा नहीं है क्या? You sure? How many of you are sure? अच्छा हाँ, good. Laura saved her. Yes. शाबाश, बहुत बढ़िया. Lizzie saves her. Laura saves her. अब तुम भी कंफ्यूज हो गए हो. चलो, it will be a homework. Finally, तुम मुझे बताओगे at the end what happens. Great. Now, tell me this thing. The term aporia has been coined by aporia, and what does it mean? Aporia has been coined by, and what does it mean? Yes, right answer. Derrida. Laura is seduced in Goblin Market. Yes, तभी कह रहा हूं तुम दिमाग खराब कर रहे हो. Lazy बोले जा रहे हो. Laura is seduced. इतने सारे आंसर आ रहे हैं. That's the reason I had to check myself. Laura is the sister who gets seduced in the famous 1862 narrative poem Goblin Market. Overcome by curiosity, Laura yields to the temptations of the Goblin Market. Lizzie remains uncorrupted and bravely endures the goblins. इतना गलत हो सकते हो कि मुझे भी डाउट हो गया है. मुझे भी चेक करना पड़ गया कि यार मैं, क्योंकि आई एम नॉट समबडी वो बोलेगा नहीं मैं गलत नहीं हो सकता. आई बिलीव मैं गलत हो सकता हूं. Course is already going on. Next batch admissions are going on, and if you want to learn in proper way, proper offline batch classroom setting, in online also, देखो एक होता है YouTube पे आ जाओ 6 बजे लाइव आ जाओ. एक होता है सुबह क्लास स्टार्ट होती है from morning to evening. Proper routine class is going on. Everyday class is going on. So go for online or offline. If you go for offline, you will meet me face to face every day. If you go for online, you will get the same classroom and we will talk on Zoom sessions. चलो अब ये बता दो तो वेल एंड गुड है. Vladimir Prop, in his narratology concept, gave small functions. How many small functions he gave? Vladimir Prop, in the idea of narratology, he gave small functions to read a story. How many small functions were given? Archit Ghosh has written 7. Savita Maurya has written 7. Ek second, ek second. Swastik has written 31. Sahil Malik has written 31. So let me tell you, my friends, it is 31. I'm talking about small functions. 31 small functions, 7 character functions, 7 major character functions. Swastik has given right answer, final answer. Yes, Sabah Saifi has given right answer. 7 major character functions, 31 small functions. Kapil has given right answer, 31 small functions. Riya Sharma, Nisha Singh, Sabash, bahut badhiya. Hemangi, yes, right answer, bahut badhiya. Now, tell me this thing. In SZ, Roland Barthes' SZ, a particular short story was studied by him. In my last live session, I questioned that same thing. What is the name of the short story? No, not daily Zoom meetings, only in a week. But for online questions, you can drop a text. Right answer, Sharvani, Savita, Swastik, Pratyush, Tanush, Ranjit. Yes, Honor D. Balzac's Saracen. ईशा बहुत बढ़िया, शैलेश, रेशु, अर्चिता, अर्चित, मंकू, बहुत बढ़िया यार, बहुत बढ़िया. कुमारी, समगाई, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. बालजैक, ओनोडी बालजैक. For fees of your online batch, it is EMI. आराम से ले सकते हो. Go to app, my friends. Go to app. Check the app. You will find out everything. अब ये बता दो जल्दी से, ये बता दो, मजा आ जाएगा. लकान की मिरर इमेज में what should be the age of the infant? Lacan, remember the शीशा story I taught, बच्चे को शीशे के आगे लेके जाना. The mirror stage. The mirror stage, Lacan's mirror stage talks about the particular age of babies. What is that particular age? मोइन रहमान, बहुत बढ़िया मोइन. 6 to 18 months. आशिमा, शाबाश, बहुत बढ़िया यार. ये जिसको जिसको मैं शाबाश बोल रहा हूँ ना, राजा सरकार, तुम JRF करोगे ना तो मुझे बताना कि देखो सर हमारा आप नाम लेते थे. 6 to 18 months. महवीश सिद्दीकी, शाबाश. इशक मिला, बहुत बढ़िया. तान्या, शाबाश. Mehreen, perfect. 6 to 18 months. Yes. Please do not remember the mirror stage. Now tell me, what is the reason of mirror stage is important? Why mirror stage is actually important? What does it do? करता क्या है mirror stage? Why the mirror stage is necessary in the child's life? If you remember my lecture and explanation, I gave you the detailed story of Tiger, how his tail was injured in the car. Yes, child recognizes the whole self. Savita Maurya, बहुत बढ़िया. Ilma Fazal, shabash. Child realizes that this is me. This is me. See, if there is no mirror, if there is no reflection, I cannot see myself. Can I see with these eyes, my backside? Can I see what is behind there? No. But in the mirror, I can do this. So mirror lets you know your unified whole. Mirror gives you identity in the world where the binary exists. You know yourself, you have seen yourself, then you know that your friend is not you, the girl is not you, the uncle is not you, the old man is not you, the kid is not you, right? The identity, yes, the whole self is very, very important. Ab next question hai. ये भी आप बता ही दोगे, I'm sure. The idea of chronotop given by Bakhtin. What do you mean by chronotop? Idea of Bakhtin has, chronotop has been given by Bakhtin. What do you mean by chronos and topos? Chronotop. What do you mean by chronos? Chronotop. 150 बच्चे लाइव बैठे हैं. Don't hesitate to like. अभी बहुत questions हैं एग्जाम से पहले. Use pen and paper. Every question which is unknown to you, write down. I am picking those questions. I will not pick any unnecessary question to waste the time. Time and space. बहुत बढ़िया. शाबाश. Yes. Meaning changes according to time and space. That is called chronotop. That's very, very important. Julia Kristeva gave a term and it deals with pre-linguistic stage, a baby communicating his mother without language. What is the terminology that has been applied? What is the terminology that has been applied? Another brilliant student, Oliver, has joined us. Now, not measure, Chora. Himangi has given right answer. Himangi, बहुत अच्छा right answer. Chora. The pre-linguistic stage, how the child communicates with his mother. No, Kavita, it is not objection. Kavita Kaushik is an objection. No, it is not. Now, tell me this thing. Longinus gave some concepts of sublimity. How many concepts of sublimity, achieving sublimity, were given by Longinus? How many concepts by Longinus were given dealing with sublimity? Perfect answer. Everyone writing 5. Perfect answer. बहुत बढ़िया. But now you have to tell me this thing. Longinus, which concept is connected to Horatian concept of Longinus, which concept has been connected to Horatian concept of decorum? Decorum and Longinus particular concept are connected. Tell me. To talk to me personally, drop WhatsApp on our office numbers. Tell them that I want to talk to Vineet sir. Tell your questions and concerns and we'll definitely talk. Perfect, Oliva, शाबाश. Oliva ने आते ही यहाँ पे जोरदार आंसर दिया है. Yes. Elevated composition. Elevated composition is connected to Horatian concept of decorum, यानी perfection. But अब ये बता दो जल्दी से, Indian English literature, Indian aesthetic, which concept is connected to decorum and elevated composition? Which concept is connected to decorum and elevated composition in Indian English aesthetics? औचित्य सिद्धांत. शाबाश, रॉकस्टार, बहुत बढ़िया. औचित्य सिद्धांत, thank you. One student has praised me in a very tough vocabulary, but सुन के अच्छा लगा. समझ नहीं आया, सुन के अच्छा लगा. औचित्य सिद्धांत, thank you, बहुत बढ़िया. Yes, perfect, right answer. Rockstar is सृष्टि. हाँ सृष्टि, you are a rockstar, बहुत बढ़िया. What are you afraid of? मुझे डर लगता है कि मैं किसी दिन इररेलेवेंट ना हो जाऊं समाज में, क्योंकि जीना है ना तो नॉलेज बना रहना चाहिए, पढ़ना आना चाहिए, नॉलेज आना चाहिए. UGC NET JRF प्राइस दिसंबर 2026, 10% डिस्काउंट चल रहा है. 25,000 फॉर ऑनलाइन क्लास, आपको डिस्काउंट मिलेगा और आपको ऑफलाइन बैच की क्लासेस मिलेंगी. सबसे बड़ी चीज है, पर डे 7 to 8 आवर्स क्लास होगी, क्लासरूम वाली क्लास, नॉट ऑनलाइन पे टाइम पास वाली क्लास. ऑनलाइन में आदमी उतना ही पढ़ा सकता है जितना वो पढ़ाना चाहता है, आपके क्वेश्चन इग्नोर कर सकता है. What we provide you in online is classroom class, actual class. Yes, so you can go for it. Chalo. Now the next question is from world literature. You have to tell me Joseph K gets killed in a stone quarry. Before he dies, what is the last word he speaks? What is the last word he speaks? Joseph K. The castle. What is the last line he speaks? Last words, last line. Like a dog. Now tell me this thing. Joseph K dies. He speaks like a dog. So was the trial was completed as a novel or not? Tell me this thing. Did Kafka complete it or left incompleted? Did Kafka complete the trial with the death of Joseph K or left incomplete? Yes. It was incomplete. Remember this point. It was unfinished. It was incomplete. Name the famous character who is not sure about his mother's death and takes his mother's death in a very light way. Name the character, name the writer, name the book. The character who says mother died yesterday, day before yesterday, he is not sure. Savita Maurya given right answer. Mirzolt is the right hero. Name the book. Stranger, Study with Nature. लिखा Stranger. बहुत बढ़िया. Yes, perfect. शाबाश. Albert Camus, Stranger, Mirzolt. एक बच्चे ने लिखा है Max Brod. What is the connection of Max Brod with the trial? Kafka's trial and Max Brod. What is the connection? What is the connection between Max Brod and Kafka's trial? Let's see who answers now. अरे अभी तो मैक्स ब्रॉड एक बच्चे ने लिखा था. फ्रेंड एंड पब्लिशर स्वास्तिक, बहुत बढ़िया. Max Brod got the trial published. Kafka left it incomplete. It was unfinished. It is Max Brod who published it. Publication से याद आया, printing press came to England in a particular year. What is that year? बताओ. printing press came to England in a particular year? Which year printing press came? थोड़ा एंग्लो सेक्शन में पूछ लेते हैं. 1476 perfect answer है, बहुत बढ़िया है. Name the person who brought it. Name the person who brought it. Champions का knowledge पता चल जाएगा. This is brain drilling session. The name the person who brought it. Caxton, William Caxton. I have a question with William Caxton's name. Matching name, Joseph Paxton. What is the connection of Joseph Paxton in English literature? Let's see the JRF Monsters. Joseph Paxton का क्या काम है? William Caxton brought printing press, but then what is Joseph Paxton? Joseph Paxton कौन है? रिया शर्मा. बहुत बढ़िया रिया. Perfect. Yes, Joseph Paxton was the designer of Crystal Palace UGC NET 2010 June exam question. You know why do I remember this question? I was like, why are you asking publishers? Why they're asking publishers? But that is the question. Name the famous writer who is known for Bogland poetry. Bogland poetry writer. Famous writer, Bogland poetry. He's also Nobel Award winner 1996. Let's check it out. A student asking me from Jammu, sir, online classes अच्छी हैं या नहीं है? You are getting offline classes per day. घर पे बैठे हुए. That's the best thing. अपने आप में अच्छी है. मैं अच्छा हूं ना. जब मैं यहाँ 1 घंटे में इतना पढ़ा सकता हूं तो 6 महीने कितना पढ़ाऊंगा इमेजिन. तो बस नॉलेज के लिए आओ अगर आना है तो, क्योंकि नेट भी करना है, जेके पीएससी भी करना है, जम्मू कश्मीर सेट भी करना है. स्टूडेंट्स जिनके यहाँ पे सेट एग्जाम है, इफ यू हैव सेट एग्जाम, इफ यू हैव नेट एग्जाम, यू हैव पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन एग्जाम, you should come for offline batch or take online classes of offline, because you have to attempt 3 exams: public service commission, then set exam, then net exam, and many of you are B.Ed, you go for 10+2 also. So it is better you read once and read everything so that you never have to look for different coaching class for different exams. Yes, the right answer is Seamus Heaney. Seamus Heaney, Irish writer, is also called second W.B. Yeats. He's the one who has written Bogland poetry. Now my question is, W.B. Yeats was influenced by a Brahmin lady from India and also wrote a poetry on that Brahmin lady. What is the name of that Brahmin lady? Last batch में 3 लड़कियां जम्मू से. Last batch में 3 लड़कियां थी जम्मू से. They come to offline batch also. विशाल में कट ऑफ अभी नहीं बता सकता बेटा. झूठ कट ऑफ बता दूं क्या फायदा? देख के बता दूंगा ना प्रॉपर. अभी नेट में बिजी हैं. आई नो आपको मुझ पे ट्रस्ट है, आप मेरा कट ऑफ चाहते हो. देखो मन क्या होता है? मन होता है कि हम उसकी कट ऑफ सुने जो सबसे कम बताए और उसकी कैटेगरी में मैं आ जाऊं. ठीक है. होता क्या है, आप सबकी कट ऑफ देखोगे, हर किसी की. आज कोई नया यूट्यूब चैनल बना के कट ऑफ बताएगा, वो भी देखोगे, लेकिन आपका दिल करेगा कि कोई कट ऑफ कम बता दे जिसमें मैं आ जाऊं. और मैं बिना देखे झूठ बता दूं, व्यूज के चक्कर में एक वीडियो बना दूं, वो नहीं कर सकता ना. The right answer here we have Mohini Chatterjee. बहुत बढ़िया. Mohini Chatterjee was the one influenced on W.B. Yeats. If they ask you a question, who inspired W.B. Yeats for occult studies? That is the question. Samia Jahur has told me Jamia Millia Islamia PhD entrance exam was there. Okay, I will get the paper. Samia, you can also forward me the paper. If it is possible, drop me the paper PDF on 85870 35827. Drop me the PDF paper. See, right now the 10% discount is going on because it is early bird offer. These are coaching tricks. ये होता है भाई, जब बच्चे भीड़ हो जाती है ना, देखो भीड़ हो जाने के बाद फिर हमारे भी भाव बढ़ जाते हैं, फिर हम आपको ऑफर देने बंद कर देंगे. तो अभी आपको हम क्यों दे रहे हैं? क्योंकि जो बच्चे एग्जाम से पहले हैं, फ्रेशर्स हैं, एमए किए हैं, वो आ रहे हैं. तो अभी 10% डिस्काउंट है. इफ यू वांट यू कैन बुक द सीट. ठीक है, चलिए. नाउ टेल मी दिस थिंग हु. ओके, ये मुझे अच्छे से बता सकते हो आप. एसेंट ऑफ F6 is a famous book that deals with mountain climbing. Ascent of F6 deals with mountain climbing. Name the writer who has written it. Name the writer who has written the Ascent of F6. Sharvani Patnaik, बहुत बढ़िया. In which famous postmodern book we have a kid, he speaks to the ghost. Name of that kid is Abiku. He is called Abiku. It is not his name. The name has been given to him as Abiku because he can talk to spirits. It has magic realism. Tell me. The book has won Booker Award. Let's see who answers. Not the Ghost Road. You're very close, but it's not Ghost Road. Famished Road, right answer. Ilma Fazal, Aisha Fatima, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया. Famished Road is the right answer. The boy speaks to the souls and is called Abiku. Now tell me this thing. Christian missionary Mr. Brown is a famous character in a book. In which book there is a Christian missionary trying to convert Africans into Christianity? Mr. Brown. Which book has this character? Things fall apart. Chakshut. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर, शाबाश. Tell me this thing. What is the name of the caves in Passes to India where Adela Quest gets scared? Dr. Aziz takes Adela Quest and Mrs. Moore to explore the caves where Adela Quest gets scared. What is the name of those caves? उन caves का नाम क्या है? क्या बात है, शाबाश, perfect. Malabar caves, yes, right answer. बहुत बढ़िया. What is the area of God of Small Things setting? God of Small Things is set in Kerala. In which particular place, particular area, God of Small Things has been set? Amen, बहुत बढ़िया, perfect. चलो अब ये बताओ. जोसेफ एडिसन ने किसको बोला था मिरेकल ऑफ द प्रेजेंट एज? जोसेफ एडिसन ने मिरेकल ऑफ द प्रेजेंट एज किसको बोला था? मिरेकल ऑफ द प्रेजेंट एज किसको बोला था? जोसेफ एडिसन ने. अभी बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस हैं आपके पास. मिरेकल ऑफ द प्रेजेंट एज. नो आइडिया, भूल गए? नो. One of my student has written, Vani has written that Shakespeare. Joseph Edison is 18th century writer. How can he say that miracle of the present age is Shakespeare? Shakespeare was not in that present age. Isaac Newton. Priyanka Mehti has given right answer. Isaac Newton. Listen to the question again. Joseph Edison called him the miracle of the present age. Alexander Pope wrote the epitaph for the monument erected in his memory. Pope praised him, Edison praised him, and the right answer is Isaac Newton. Satish, if you're texting now, office is closed. You dropped your text, they will check it tomorrow. For online classes, you go to app. App is 24/7. Click the app, join the app, try it, right? Now, the next question that I have is from paper 1. थोड़ी देर के लिए paper 1. थोड़ी देर के लिए. चलो. Okay. What is the full form of OBE? OBE. What is the full form of OBE? बताओ. टेक्निकल यूनिवर्सिटी में आपका सिलेबस इंग्लिश लिटरेचर से रिलेटेड है तो ये मिल जाएगा. The name of the app, Sahitya classes. Go to my channel, latest videos, top comments, you will find it. Or you can just go and find out. Sahitya classes, I'll show you the background. In the background, you may see the Sahitya classes. Okay, if in this background it is not visible, you can, the theme is yellow and all. Yellow themes and all. Yes, outcome-based education. ये बताओ. Outcome-based education. You can see Virginia Woolf at the top. Name her famous essay where she said that writing for women is like a driving a car. You can see Virginia Woolf at the top. Name the essay where she says writing for women is like driving a car. Writing for women is like driving a car. Writing for women is like driving a car. Room of one's own. Nahi, third room of one's own. Mrs. Bennett, Mr. Brown. Room of one's own mein she talks about writing. But writing and driving car concept, Mrs. Bennett, Mr. Brown. That's a reference. OBE, right answer. Outcome-based education, that's the right answer. Now tell me this thing. Okay. चलो ये बताओ देखते किसको आता है. Paper 1. Tell me this thing. Under UGC norms, research misconduct involves if you copy someone else's work, what is called in research misconduct? What is the particular word? अगर आप किसी की कॉपी करते हैं, if you copy someone's work, what is that particular word which is applied? Plagiarism. बहुत बढ़िया. Plagiarism. Order set करो. Set the order. Hypothetico-deductive research process. Hypothetico-deductive research process. What is the right order? Problem, hypothesis, data collection, analysis, generalization. सबसे पहले क्या आएगा? And research hypothesis सबसे पहले क्या आएगा? The first one. Problem. Tanya Sharma has given right answer. Raja Sarkar has given right answer. Yes, the problem is the first one. Problem is first, hypothesis is second, data collection is third, analysis and generalization is fourth. बहुत बढ़िया. शाबाश. क्वेश्चन बड़े अच्छे हैं. एक लेक्चरर की टोन, pace, pauses while delivering the same word differently each time illustrate which communication element? A lecturer who is talking to you using same words but differently. Vishakha Sehgal, क्या बात है. The right answer is para language. यार मुझे तो पेपर में आता भी नहीं है, तुम लोग तो बहुत ब्रिलियंट आंसर कर रहे हो. क्या बात है भाई. देखो, you don't even need the options. What is Vyapti in Indian logic? What is Vyapti? Vyapti in Indian logic. Is it a thesis, a example, a fallacy, or invariable concomitance between the middle term and the major term? बीच का कनेक्शन होता ना ये व्याप्ति. No, it's not a fallacy. बहुत बढ़िया. ये बताओ मुझे, ये the only question I love in paper 1. Pointing towards a photograph. A man says, she is daughter of my grandfather's only son. She is daughter of my grandfather's only son. How is that woman connected to man? Pointing towards, Rahul has given right answer. Moni has written daughter. No, जिससे connected है, the man, sister. The question is, how is that lady connected to the man? So the daughter of my grandfather's only son means my father. Sister, it's sister. Right answer, sister. बहुत बढ़िया. चलो मैं मेरे फील्ड में वापस आ जाता हूँ. पेपर में तो मुझे वैसे भी ज्यादा आता नहीं है. अभी बताओ. K. Ramanujan wrote a famous poetry river that deals with a river in Tamil Nadu. What is the name of that river? It's a PYQ question. Rivers के नाम आते हैं पेपर में. It's a PYQ question. Vakai. Savita Maurya has given right answer. Vakai. Not Y. Vakai. 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 The river Wyey. It is not connected to Ramanujan. Why river is Wordsworth's line. What is the name of four narrators, four interlocutors in Dryden's essay on dramatic poesy? चारों के नाम बता दो जल्दी से. What is the name of these four narrators in essay on dramatic poesy? Four names. फिर tough questions दोबारा से start करते हैं. Going for tough questions again. Neander, perfect. Don't forget to like if you're watching this. Perfect. Neander, listen. Lycidius, Eugenus, Crites. Perfect. What do you mean by neander? That is a PYQ question. It has been asked in exam. What is neander? What do you mean by neander? New man. Right answer. Perfect. बहुत बढ़िया. अब जल्दी से बता दो. F.R. Lewis edited a magazine. What is the name of that magazine that was edited by F.R. Lewis? Tell me. 1932 to 1953. F.R. Lewis edited a magazine. क्या बात है प्रत्युषा, शाबाश. प्रवीण, बहुत बढ़िया प्रवीण, loved it. रंजीत कौर, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. अर्चित, आस्था, शिवी, शिवानी, सबा, निशा सिंह, रॉकस्टार, भवानी, बहुत बढ़िया यार, शाबाश, लव्ड इट, स्क्रूटनी, फटक से बता दिया। चलो फिर ये बताओ, हु हैज रिटन स्टोरी ऑफ रिमिनी, स्टोरी ऑफ रिमिनी, हु हैज रिटन स्टोरी ऑफ रिमिनी? Famous question, you can answer. Leigh Hunt, right answer, Leigh Hunt, बहुत बढ़िया. Now who will tell me this thing that a big head of a king was being brought to London? T.S. Eliot, sorry, P.B. Shelley and P.B. Shelley had a bet with someone to write a poetry. What is the name of that person? Ozymandias, yes, the head of Ozymandias was being brought. P.B. Shelley had a bet with one of his friends to write a poetry. What is the name of that friend? उस दोस्त का नाम क्या है? Elma Fazil, शाबाश, you're already a CUT PG topper. बहुत बढ़िया. And I'm sure you're going to give tough competition in this UGC NET exam. Horace Smith, राहुल बहुत बढ़िया. कविता कौशिक, शाबाश. सीमा जी बहुत अच्छा, शाबाश. गरिमा, परफेक्ट, बहुत बढ़िया. रव, बहुत बढ़िया. चलो, name the writer who has written the book Epistemology of the Closet. Epistemology of the Closet, 1990. Epistemology of the Closet, 1990. She talks about open secret. What is open secret in this work? Epistemology. अरे वाह, right answer, Eva Sedgwick, बहुत बढ़िया. 1990 famous book Epistemology of the Closet. She talks about people who are queer hiding in the closet, but that is an open secret. We should know, we should accept them, we should love them. That's the thing. Now, tell me this thing. A famous essay 1984 became the foundational text of sexuality studies. एक है LGBT studies, queer studies. There is separate studies called sexuality studies. Which writer and the famous essay became the foundational text of sexuality studies? Tell me the book. I'll give you some options. The Traffic in Women, Sex in Public, Imitation and Gender Insubordination, and Thinking Sex. Which book? Yes. Online batch की फीस यही है, जी हाँ. No, my friends, you have written history of sexuality. No, it is a study of sexuality, but actual sexual study. That's a different thing. It is not even Adrian Rich. Try, अच्छा है रंजीत कौर, good try, बहुत बढ़िया. The Traffic in Women is also a good try, but no, the right answer is Thinking Sex. Gail Rubin, Gayle, Gayle Rubin, famous work, 1984. Name of the essay is Thinking Sex. Proposes a radical theory of politics and sexuality. It's very important. Underline कर लो दोस्तों इसको. Gayle Rubin, Gayle, Gayle Rubin, 1984 essay, Thinking Sex. It's extremely important. Who has coined the term queer theory? बताओ. Who has coined the term queer theory? You can also watch it later so that you can just point out, stop, write down. Okay? Tell me. Okay, Samia, you have forwarded me the paper, Jamia's paper. Tomorrow I'll check it. The number is in the office. Ranjit Kaur, बहुत बढ़िया. I'm proud of your knowledge. Archit, perfect. Teresa de Lourdes. This is the reason, maximum people are going for Judith Butler. Judith Butler is actually the founder of gender studies. She studied gender studies. But then the proper term queer theory, Teresa de Lourdes. ये मैंने अच्छे से लिखवाया हुआ है. कैसे गलती कर रहे हो आप लोग? Teresa de Lourdes is credited with coining the term queer theory in 1990 conference and 1991 journal Differences. कहाँ पे coin किया था? 1990 conference में, और 1991 में एक journal आया था Differences, उसमें a journal Differences. In which book by Eva Kosofsky, male homosocial desire has been studied? Male homosocial desire has been studied in a particular book by Eva Kosofsky. Which book? Tell me the name of the book by Eva Kosofsky. LGBTQ studies है, बहुत questions आते हैं. No, it is not Epistemology of the Closet. Manku has given right answer. Aisha has given right answer. Study with Nature has given right answer. Ashima has given right answer. Tanya Sharma, Shabash. Vishakha, Sharvani Patnaik, Mansi Mishra, Juliet, Rahul, Nikhil, Nisha Singh, Shivani, Akanksha Singh, Kapil. Yes, it is Between Men, 1985. Listen to me. Sedgwick's book Between Men developed the concept of male homosocial desire. It simply dealt with the erotic triangles that how the bonds between men are rooted through women in English literature. That's important. She did a study of Charles Dickens. अब बताओ. Name the famous writer who wrote the concept of female body, ethics and translation. Options. वैसे I'm asking you the name of the writer. Actually options में books है मेरे पास. So the name of the book is The Politics of Translation. The Politics of Translation is very important. आपको याद करो मैंने पढ़ाया था, मैंने कहा था थर्ड वर्ल्ड वुमेन टेक्स्ट की स्टडी है. Study of third world women text. 99% people have not even heard it. Third world women text. Ashok, for offline batch, make a call. फीस आपके ऊपर डिपेंड करती है कि आपको कैसे करना है. EMI में थोड़ा महंगा पड़ जाएगा, नॉर्मल सस्ता पड़ता है. ऑफिस में कॉल करो, डे टाइम. ऑफलाइन बैच रजिस्ट्रेशन आर गोइंग ऑन. ऑफलाइन बैच की सीट्स लिमिटेड होती है, स्पेशली फॉर फ्रेशर्स. यू शुड कम फॉर ऑफलाइन बैच. इफ यू डोंट हैव बेस इन इंग्लिश, कम फॉर ऑफलाइन बैच. If you come from a background where graduation, post-graduation is not good, you want to learn everything from zero level, come for offline batch. Personal interaction, you will be able to talk to me. आप मुझसे रेगुलर बात कर सकते हो, रेगुलर नोट्स चेक करवा सकते हो. The students who are writing writers like Helen Siku, Lofa Medusa are the wrong answers. Ashima has given right answer. Sharvani Patnaik has given right answer. It is Gayatri Chakravarti Spivak, the famous book Politics of Translation. It studies female writer of third world women, third world text. अभी अपने आप में सोचो कि कोई बोले कि इंडियन फीमेल राइटिंग को किसने स्टडी किया ट्रांसलेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से. गायत्री चक्रवर्ती स्पीवक. इट इज अ वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन. नेम टू राइटर्स हु आर कनेक्टेड टू स्कोपोस थ्योरी. PYQ क्वेश्चन. नेम टू राइटर्स कनेक्टेड टू स्कोपोस थ्योरी. स्कोपोस पढ़ाया था मैंने क्लास में. यस, टेल मी. स्कोपोस, टू राइटर्स. मैंने बोला था याद कर लो, 3-4 बार क्वेश्चन है, 3-4 बार आ चुका है. स्कोपोस थ्योरी. शर्वनी पटनायक, बहुत बढ़िया. रीज एंड वर्मियर. दैट्स द रीजन यू आर अ JRF. शर्वनी, प्राउड ऑफ यू. रीज एंड वर्मियर, बहुत बढ़िया. Hence, J. Vermeer is the proper writer. Katharina Rees, 2 writers are there. Scopus theory deals with translation. Translation theory है, extremely important. Write it down if you don't know. Perfect. The next one. The idea of target text effect should match the source text. The target text idea should match the source text. This is the concept by using NIDA. What kind of equivalence is this? बताओ. The idea that the target text effect should match the source text effect on readers. What is that equivalence? यानी कि सिर्फ मीनिंग ट्रांसलेट नहीं करना है. इफेक्ट ऑन रीडर्स क्या है? इफेक्ट ऑन रीडर फ्रॉम सोर्स टेक्स्ट टू टारगेट टेक्स्ट. प्रियंका मैती पटनायक, बहुत बढ़िया आंसर. डायनामिक इक्विवेलेंस यूजिंग निडा, बहुत बढ़िया. डायनामिक इक्विवेलेंस, मानसी मिश्रा, कविता कौशिक, रेखा कुमारी, शाबाश. मानस, बहुत बढ़िया. तनु, गरिमा सिंह, बहुत बढ़िया. राघव, शाबाश. Perfect answer. Itmar Ibn Johar gave a concept of translation. Translation within literature, a concept got developed by Itamar Ibn Johar. Which theory is connected to the writer Itamar Ibn Johar? Latest, सबसे latest. चलो मैं बता देता हूं, ज्यादा परेशानी होना. Polysystem theory. Polysystem theory views literature as stratified system in which translated literature can occupy central or peripheral position, shaping literary evolution. इन्होंने ट्रांसलेशन में लिटरेचर ऐड किया था और इसे पॉलीसिस्टम थ्योरी कहते हैं. फेमस राइटर इतामार, ITAMAR, इतमार, EVN, Ibn, ZOHAR, Ibn Johar. This PDF will be shared in crash course and a registered course because that's our duty. तो आप वहां से इसको जरूर चेक कर लेना. Now, tell me this thing. The idea of late capitalism. I think ये ask पूछ लिया ना मैंने. Okay. The famous book Postmodernism by Jameson, Frederick Jameson, was published in which year? The famous book by Frederick Jameson, the Postmodernism, was published in which year? बताओ, in which year it was published? 1991. शर्वनी, बहुत बढ़िया, perfect. Yes, if you book your seat, if you're coming for offline from different states, I would suggest book your seat. You book your seats, it will be with you. It will be safe. In July session, crowd is bigger than other session. A lot of fresh students from Delhi University, Jamia, Indraprasth University, Ambedkar University. There are 5 major universities in Delhi. So a lot of fresh students come from those universities. So sometimes the seat becomes crisis. Who wrote the famous book, The Name of the Rose, published 1990, that deals with semiotic detections of the text? 1990s में, 1990 में, sorry, 1980 में किसने लिखा था? Sharon is given right answer. शाबाश. Question थोड़ा मैंने गलत पूछा, फिर भी आपने सही आंसर दिया. Yes, Umberto Eco, underline करो. That's very important. The Name of the Rose. In Midnight Children, who is the real father of Salim Sinai? Question of Haryana Public Service Commission. In Midnight Children, who is the actual father of Salim Sinai? सोच के बताओ. The real father of Salim Sinai. Discount is available if you join now. Once the seats are full, we will not be in a situation to give discount. You know the market strategies are like this. Komal is asking, I'm feeling depressed. What should I do? Just read for 3 more days, 4 more days. Do your duty. Even if you're depressed, even if you're scared, do your duty. Right? Ultimately, karma is important. Do your duty. No, it is not Ahmad Sinai. If you're answering Ahmad Sinai, why would I ask question? It is William Methold. Yes, it is not Ahmad Sinai. Otherwise, why would I say who is the real father of Salim Sinai? William Methold. बहुत important है, भूलना नहीं. That's the reason I asked this question. Name the famous writer who wrote the famous book White Noise. Remember White Noise? I told you this thing that the first title was Panasonic. There is a background sound, TV noise. Offline classes are in Delhi. And if you come in offline batch, the best thing is that you will get the students from Karnataka, you will get students from West Bengal, you'll get students from Northeast, you'll get students from Rajasthan, Kashmir. All these students, they'll sit together. Yesterday only, one of my students from Darjeeling, one of my students from Haryana, they have become best friends. They came to meet me. The student from Darjeeling was leaving. So when you come to offline batch, you see national level competition in offline batch. Ashima has given us 40 rupees. Thank you, Ashima. Every day I work hard, I get 40 rupees. She has joined membership. All the students who are watching this, if you join membership, first thing, your answers are clearly visible. As you can see, Asha Fatima's answer is clearly visible. So you get more attention. Second thing, the special classes, membership, private classes of membership, you have the access of those classes. And it is hardly 40-50 rupees. You should go for it. So that when you keep on saying, "Na, sir, mera answer nahi dekh rahe ho, aap mera answer dekh rahe ho," I cannot ignore this answer. It's so big in front of me, I have to see. Chalo. Now tell me this thing, who has written famous book? Okay. Italo Calvino has written the famous book where the opening line is, "You, the reader." Listen, Italo Calvino wrote a famous book where the opening line is, "You, the reader." And this is how he addresses. What is the name of the book that was published in 1979 by Italo Calvino? किस बुक में इटालो कैल्विनो रीडर को डायरेक्ट एड्रेस करता है? एग्जाम्पल ऑफ मेटा नैरेटिव. Apotic mess. Alright, आपका नाम है Apotic mess. I don't know exactly आपका नाम क्या है, but the right answer is this. Sadaf has given right answer. Akshar Rao has given right answer. Pratyusha has given right answer. बहुत बढ़िया. Dream catcher. मेरा भी एक बार नाम होता था ड्रीम कैचर अपने नेट के लिए. बहुत बढ़िया. If on a winter night, बहुत बढ़िया. Yes. If on a Winter Night Traveler 1979 is a meta narrative work. जल्दी से बता दो rhyme scheme of Rhyme Royal. Let's see who remembers. Rhyme scheme of Rhyme Royal, जल्दी से बता दो, मजा आ जाएगा. Rhyme scheme of Rhyme Royal. Falak has given the right answer. Okay. AB BCC, क्या बात है, fastest. Yes, UGC NET discount is going on. Two boys sitting idle read a newspaper and try to solve a case, and they end up finding that the chimpanzee was the real murderer. This book is the first detective short story. Tell me the book, tell me the writer. Two boys, they solve a case and find out that it is a chimpanzee who did the murder. Tanu has given right answer, Sharon has given right answer, Savita has given right answer. बहुत बढ़िया यार, तुम लोग ऐसे टक 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 लग रहे हो. You guys are answering so fast. तुम लोग कितने लोगों को टेंशन दे दोगे, नर्वस कर दोगे. A lot of people will say we have not even heard about it and they are answering fastest. Yes, Edgar Allan Poe, The Murder in the Rue Morgue is the first detective short story where the murderer is a chimpanzee. Name the first Gothic short story. By whom? Name the book, name the writer. First Gothic short story. First Gothic short story. हर फील्ड से क्वेश्चंस करने, हर फील्ड से. अभी रशियन से करेंगे. हाँ, चिंपैंजी को ओरेंगटॉन बोल सकते हैं, हम गांव वाले हैं, हमें सब एक जैसे लगते हैं. Turning of the Screw, perfect, बहुत बढ़िया. Turning of the Screw by Henry James is the right answer. The first Gothic short story. बहुत बढ़िया. First class. Tell me this thing, the famous Gothic writer who wrote a book and was named with the book. किसी writer का नाम पड़ गया था. A writer wrote a Gothic book and earned the title as his surname. बताओ. Yes, UGC NET, if you study for 6 months, it is more than enough to crack. Yes, Matthew Lewis wrote Monk. Savita Maurya, perfect answer. बहुत बढ़िया. रिया शर्मा, निखिल, शाबाश निखिल. Vibes official. Yes, Matthew Lewis wrote Monk, and Monk was so famous that he got the title Monk Lewis. Jaskiran ji, same here. Good to see you here. The brilliant people have joined us. Another question, and this is from Comedy of Humor Style. What are those 4 humors given by Ben Jonson? What are the 4 types of humors? 4 types of humors given by Ben Jonson. Tell me. No problem, Jaspreet, don't worry. Amit has joined us. 4 types of blood, phlegm, yellow bile, black bile. Shabash, बहुत बढ़िया. Can I crack JRF in 15 days study? It's not that easy, but depends on your practical strategy. We have students, they have cracked JRF in 15 days from crash course, 22 days from crash course, 1 month from crash course. But it also depends on your base knowledge. Because if you ask me on paper, practically not possible. But suppose you're already good, you already have a good understanding, and in 15 days you brush up everything, you revise everything, and in 15 days you have given your best. So not an impossible thing, quite possible. Everything is possible in this world. चलो अगला क्वेश्चन बता दो मुझे, और ये क्वेश्चन है रशियन लिटरेचर से. नेम द राइटर हु रोट अबाउट अ कैरेक्टर इन द फर्स्ट 50 पेजेस द कैरेक्टर डजंट इवन कम आउट ऑफ हिज रूम, स्टेज इनसाइड, डील्स विद सुपरफ्लुअस मैन. नेम द राइटर, नेम द बुक. अच्छे से पढ़ा है मैंने, PYQ है, नोट करवाया है. यस, नेम द राइटर. Bakhtin is not right. Name of the book, Oblomov. And who has written it? Who is the writer of Oblomov? Everybody is writing Oblomov. Nobody is writing the name of the writer. No, not French Kafka. Russian writer. Mikhail Lermontov is the right answer. Yes, Lermontov is the right answer. Ivan Goncharev has also written about superfluous man. बहुत बढ़िया. Yes, Goncharev has also written. Name the famous Russian writer to win Nobel Award in 1933. Nobel Award in 1933 किसने किया था? और ये गवर्नमेंट इसका गोंचारोव का है, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, ओब्लोमोव गोंचारोव का है, इवान गोंचारोव। लेरमोंतोव का है अ हीरो ऑफ आवर टाइम, अ हीरो ऑफ आवर टाइम। गोंचारोव का है ओब्लोमोव, इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग। राइट आंसर इवान ब्यूनिन, 1933 नोबेल अवार्ड इवान ब्यूनिन। बहुत बढ़िया। टीएस इलियट को नोबेल अवार्ड कब मिला और सैमुअल बेकेट को नोबेल अवार्ड कब मिला? दो नोबेल अवार्ड पेपर में सबसे ज्यादा पूछे जाते हैं, टीएस इलियट एंड सैमुअल बेकेट। फास्टेस्ट बताओ, एक साथ बताओ। निखिल शाबाश, 1948 टीएस इलियट, परफेक्ट आंसर। बहुत बढ़िया यार, तुम लोग के साथ मजा आ जाता है, ट्रस्ट मी। दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल चैंपियन लेवल, नो ऑप्शन, सीधा आंसर, यानी या तो बॉल पे छक्का ही है। बहुत बढ़िया। 1948 टीएस इलियट, 1969 सैमुअल बेकेट। बहुत 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 बढ़िया। यू टेल मी द फर्स्ट व्हाइट अफ्रीकन टू विन द नोबेल अवार्ड, फर्स्ट व्हाइट अफ्रीकन टू विन द नोबेल अवार्ड। The first white African to win the Nobel Award, Nadine Gordimer. Nadine Gordimer. Now, the famous postmodern writer who wrote the book Postmodernist Fiction in 1987. Postmodern. अच्छा, ये पूछ लिया मैंने, सॉरी, पूछ लिया। ब्रायन मैकहील, ये पूछ लिया है। आपका जेआरएफ बैटलफील्ड के जो क्वेश्चन है, हाँ चलो यहाँ पे आ जाओ। यस, क्वेश्चंस की कमी थोड़ी है, बहुत क्वेश्चंस है। Hell is the city much like London. Who is the famous author of this particular line? Writer of particular line. Hell is the city much like London. The JRF battlefield. I'm asking questions from here. The JRF battlefield. I prepared it for you. Most expected PYQs. जो आपसे दोबारा आ सकते हैं. Yes, PB Shelley. Famous line. Hell is the city much like London. Hell is empty. All the devils are here is a famous quotation by. Hell is empty, all the devils are here is a quotation by. Hell is empty and all the devils are here is a quote by. Tempest, William Shakespeare, शाबाश। Tempest से अगला क्वेश्चन है, full fathom 5 thy father lies. Who speaks this particular quotation? Full fathom 5 thy father lies. It is actually a quote, a PYQ quote. Right answer, Riya Sharma. बहुत बढ़िया। Ariel. Ariel in Tempest speaks this thing. What was the larger than dukedom in Tempest? A phrase that has been used, larger than dukedom. What is that phrase? Larger than dukedom. जिसको पढ़ने मजा आ रहा है वो मेंबरशिप ज्वाइन कर लेना, आगे भी लाइव होते रहते हैं। नॉलेज बेस के लिए हमेशा आपको रिफ्रेश होता रहेगा। Larger than dukedom. Library, shabash. Library, perfect answer. In the post-colonial narrative reference, Caliban says, "My master, thou hast taught me a tongue, and now I know I can curse you. Now I know how to curse you." Caliban trying to fight against Prospero. What is the post-colonial terminology appointed here? He's using the language to criticize them. He's using the language to fight. Abrogation is the part of resistance, and here he uses the language to show resistance. So, बहुत बढ़िया. It is also the idea of resistance concept, racial resistance. बहुत बढ़िया. Abrogation is the right answer. अब एक question है मेरा. After writing Decolonizing the Mind, Ngugi wa Thiong'o started writing in a particular local language. What was that particular local language? Don't forget to subscribe if you're watching me for the first time. Gikuyu is the right answer. Raja Sarkar, shabash. Jaina Ansari, Manku, Pratyush, Savita, मानव सिंह, बहुत बढ़िया। गायत्री, लगातार बोलते बोलते ना, वन साइडेड लगातार बोलते बोलते सरदर्द हो गया, बट वी हैव टू गो फॉर इट, वी हैव टू डू इट। यही मौका है, जितनी मेहनत मैं कर सकता हूं आपके लिए कर लूं। यू नेवर नो दोबारा कब मौका मिलेगा साथ में पढ़ने का। Famous line, hell is other people, comes from which book? By existential writer. Hell क्या है? Other people, दूसरे लोग। नरक क्या है? Hell is other people. Famous line that comes from. Hello Lalit. Lalit has said yes. Sandeep is asking, sir, do you sell books? I provide notes, books and notes. Using the word sale is not that good. We don't like it. But in social linguistics, yes, we do sell books. But we give you notes from our offline batch. Jean-Paul Sartre, perfect answer. Name of the book is No Exit. Jean-Paul Sartre, French existential writer, Nobel awardee. Name of the book No Exit. It has a famous line, hell is other people and devil is on the cross. बहुत बढ़िया, famous line. Now tell me this thing. George Louis Borges wrote a famous book, The Library of Babel. Library of Babel was published in which year? George Louis Borges, Library of Babel. Library of Babel was published in which year? बताओ. फिर एक और टफ क्वेश्चन आपके लिए, मल्टीपल टफ क्वेश्चन. No. Ashima has given right answer. Priyanka has given right answer. 1941. George Louis Borges Library of Babel deals with open interpretation. वो कहता है लैंग्वेज में कुछ भी मीनिंग बन सकता है. It is one of the most important theoretical text. भूलना नहीं. रिपीट कर रहा हूं. George Louis Borges The Library of Babel 1941. ये एक यूनिवर्स लाइब्रेरी इमेजिन करते हैं जिसमें कुछ भी मीनिंग आ सकता है, कहीं से भी कुछ भी आ सकता है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अंडरलाइन. नाउ what is the concept of Chekhov's gun given by Anton Chekhov? Chekhov's gun. Anton Chekhov's famous concept, Chekhov's gun. Who will tell me? What is this? The famous quotation is, the gun shown in Act First, Act 1, must be fired by the last act. The gun, I am preparing for Karnataka Assistant Professor. Okay, for Seema, for Karnataka Assistant Professor after UGC NET, after 3 days, then we will guide you. We will guide you. I'll guide you personally. You're from Karnataka. I'll guide you personally for Karnataka Assistant Professor. Listen to the quotation again. Listen to the quotation again. If the gun is shown in Act 1, it must be fired by the last act. This is called Chekhov's gun. All of you are giving right answer. Jasmine Sultana has given right answer. Ashma has given right answer. Priyanka and Sharmini has given right answer. See, remove unnecessary things and make sure whatever you are presenting in the drama, everything is necessary and you are using it. If in the opening scene you are showing a house, house has a gun, so use the gun in the story. It means only show necessary things in the drama, don't show unnecessary things, and if you show something, use it. So if you are showing a gun, use it. In Leo Tolstoy, Anna Karenina, named the character who was inspired by Leo Tolstoy, looks for a simple, humble life. Looks for a simple, humble life. Tell me that character. Asfa, if you're qualified Karnataka set, I'll guide you. Don't worry. Just 3 more days. After UGC NET exam, we are done. I will personally help you all those who are preparing for direct government job. Yesterday also we did a PGT interview session with our 11 students. They want our help in interview. We did yesterday. Yesterday we did Zoom conference and their interview practice. Tomorrow I will do their mock interview. So if there is a student directly approaching government job exams, so I personally get involved and help, because once you crack it, you are settled for your 30-40 years next life, 60s, retirement age 60. So if I can do my duty, if I can give you my 2 hours, 3 hours, it is more than enough to help you in a proper way. So I will do. Don't worry, Asfa. Even if you're not my ex-student, you are preparing for government job exams, you want help in interview, exams, guidance, that is free. That I will do. Don't worry. Yes, the right answer is Levin. Please underline this thing. In Anna Karenina, the character Levin is actually based on Leo Tolstoy and he wants to live a simple, humble life. So they can simply ask you which character in Anna Karenina is actually based on Leo Tolstoy. Now tell me this thing. Sophia Western, a female character, was based on. Sophia Western is based on a famous writer's wife. Name the writer. Name the writer. Sophia Western was based on. Next question बता दो, मजा आ जाएगा. Sophia Western was based on. Yes, Asfa, I remember you. You have qualified NET exam. I remember you. The students in online classes who come regularly, I start remembering their names. Sophia Western is based on whose wife? Tabassum from Telangana. Tabassum, text me on my main number, given number 85870358227. And in the text, also write that please forward this message to Vineet sir. Vineet sir has asked me to text you here. So when you write this line that Vineet sir asked me to text you, they will show it to me immediately. And then I will either make a call or I'll send you a proper voice note. Right answer, Henry Fielding. अब ये बता दो Murakami, Haruki Murakami, Japanese writer. Which famous novel by Haruki Murakami has taken its title from Beatles song? Remember the Beatles, the pop singers? Beatles के song से Haruki Murakami ने अपने novel का title लिया. The title taken by Haruki Murakami, one of his famous novels, is taken from Beatles song. Aparna Sharma has given right answer. Norwegian Wood. Norwegian Wood is the work. The title has been taken from Beatles song. It's the story of Toru Watanabe. बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत story, अच्छी story है. In Gothe's Fast, it ends with some character gets imprisoned. Gothe's Fast, the story ends with a character who gets imprisoned. What is the name of that character? Gothe's Fast ends with the tragedy and imprisonment of a character. Mephistopheles, Wagner, Helen, Margaret. बताओ इस पे, ये बताओ. Gothe's Fast क्लासिक है. Gothe's Fast बहुत लोग नहीं पढ़ते. टाइगर नो, टाइगर बैठा है यहाँ पे. Gothe's Fast. No, 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 my dear friends, not Mephistopheles. It is Margaret, the girl who has killed her own kid. It is Margaret. Yes, the right answer is Margaret, also called Gretchen. German language, Gretchen, Gretchen, Gretchen. English language, Margaret. She is seduced, abandoned, and imprisoned for killing her child. Please do not forget that. Now, what is the German word used for world literature? What is the German word used for world literature? Batao. The German word used for world literature. Within 8 to 10 minutes, we will be crossing our 2 hours longest live session. Welt literature, perfect. Welt literature. The best thing is around 140 plus students are already live. Welt literature, perfect. बहुत बढ़िया. अब ये वाला question बताओ. Ibsen's Doll's House. What is the sound that ends the play? In Ibsen's Doll's House, story ends with a strong sound. What is the strong sound? This class will be on YouTube. You can watch it later also. And if you loved it, like and share. Like and share and subscribe. Door slamming. Moin Rahman, Shabash. Manas बहुत बढ़िया. Chakshu, बहुत बढ़िया answer. Ria Bera had joined us, another topper. Closed door, yes. Yasashvi had joined us, another brilliant student. Simran Arora had joined us. बहुत बढ़िया. Shabash. Rima has joined. बहुत बढ़िया. ज्योति विश्वकर्मा, बहुत बढ़िया. अब ये बताओ. The famous book. वैसे तो ये बहुत ज्यादा रेयर हो जाएगा. चलो ये बताओ. In Cherry Orchard, who dies at the end? In Cherry Orchard, who dies at the end? Cherry Orchard में सबसे लास्ट में किसका नंबर रखता है? Who dies at the end? First dies at the end. Okay. Now tell me this thing. Who has written Petals of Blood? Petals of Blood, dealing with neo-colonial corruption in independent Kenya. Petals of Blood, neo-colonial corruption in independent Kenya. Also Inca. Gugiwo Thiongo is the right answer. Savita Maurya, Shabash. Gugiwo Thiongo has given the right answer. Okay. Petals of Blood. My mic was far away, so you must have missed my sound. It is Gugiwo Thiongo. He wrote Petals of Blood, dealing with neo-colonial attitude in Kenya. ये कौन बताएगा फास्टेस्ट? टाइटल ऑफ अभी तो आवाज सही है. Now the voice is fine. The title of Things Fall Apart has been taken from W.B. Yeats. Which poetry by W.B. Yeats has given the title to Things Fall Apart? बताओ. The Second Coming. Here we go for the right answer. The Second Coming. Right answer. बहुत बढ़िया. A famous writer denied to take Nobel Award in 1964. What is the name of that writer? The famous writer who denied to take the Nobel Award in 1964. What is the name of that writer? शर्वणी पटनायक, क्या बात है, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश। ठीक है, ऑलमोस्ट आपने सब कर ही लिया है। कुछ क्वेश्चंस आपको एक्स्ट्रा हम और पूछ लेते हैं। Our Sister Killjoy is a famous book written by, ये बताओ, ये भी PYQ है, that's also PYQ. Our Sister Killjoy, Our Sister Killjoy is written by Ama Ata Aidu. Sharvini Patnaik, you have decided to answer all the questions. बहुत बढ़िया. Our Sister Killjoy is written by Ama Ata Aidu. She is from Ghana. The book was published in 1977. Then the first black African to win Nobel Award. The first African to win Nobel Award. Black guy. First black African, first African to receive Nobel Award. First African to receive Nobel Award. What is the title of Emily Dickinson's poetry number 465? Emily Dickinson's poetry number 465. Emily Dickinson's poetries are actually taken from the opening line. So what is the number 465 opening line? Emily Dickinson, poetry number 465. The right answer is I heard a fly buzz. I heard a fly buzz. बहुत बढ़िया। एक बच्चा यहाँ पे बार बार लिख रहा है कि कोई क्वीन ऑफ लिटरेचर है, कोई क्वीन ऑफ लिटरेचर है। तो एवरी क्वीन नीड्स अ किंग। आई एम द किंग, डोंट वरी। अगर आपको किसी ने भेजा है कि जाके लिखो और यहाँ पे बार बार एक ही लाइन लिखो कि मैं क्वीन हूं, मैं क्वीन हूं, तो मैं किंग हूं। और किंग छोड़ो यार, आई एम किंग मेकर। ओके, अगर ये लिखने से आपका IQ लेवल सेटिस्फाई हो जाता है तो पढ़ लो। कब तक फेक आईडी से ये सब करते रहोगे? मैं भी अगर बैठ के सिर्फ फेक आईडी चलाता ना, खुद 11 बार नेट नहीं होता। मैं पढ़ने में विश्वास रखता हूं। तो अपनी क्वीन को समझाओ, पढ़ने में ध्यान दे। चलो, कम बैक। हेमिंगवेज आइसबर्ग थ्योरी। Iceberg theory deals with something hidden, something visible. What is the major portion of the story? Hidden or visible? Tell me. बताओ, आइसबर्ग थ्योरी में मेजर पोर्शन क्या होता है? हिडन होता है या एक्चुअली वो होता है? Yes, Riya Sharma, the major portion is hidden. The truth, the bigger truth, the inner truth is actually hidden. That is iceberg theory. How many narrators are there in Sound and Fury by William Faulkner? How many narrators are there in Sound and Fury? William Faulkner. Four narrators. Perfect. बहुत अच्छा आंसर है. Sound and the Fury, the title has been taken from a Shakespearean play, Macbeth. Who speaks that line? Sound and Fury has been taken from Macbeth, Act 5, Scene 5. Who speaks those lines? Lines कौन बोलता है? Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury. एक बच्चा इयागो लिख रहा है। मेरे भाई, इयागो मत लिखना। इयागो मैकबेथ में कहाँ है यार? इयागो ओथेलो में है। Yes, the lines are spoken by Macbeth only, not Lady Macbeth. Macbeth only, Act 5, Scene 5. Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. बहुत बढ़िया। ठीक है, ये बताओ, James Baldwin, the homosexual writer, wrote his first novel, which is set in Harlem Church. What is the name of that novel, which was published in 1953? It is first novel, semi-autobiographical, and it's really famous. James Baldwin, बहुत जोरदार स्टोरी है। One of his another book is Giovanni's Room. Ilma Fazal, wrong answer. Giovanni's Room is second novel. Notes of Natives are नहीं है. Shailesh Devedi Devanai. Shailesh has given right answer. Go Tell It to the Mountain is the first book. Giovanni's Room deals with homosexuality. That is second book. बहुत बढ़िया आंसर है, बहुत बढ़िया. Who wrote the story of Bigger Thomas? Most important story, Bigger Thomas. Who wrote the story of Bigger Thomas? Tell me the name of the book. Tell me the name of the writer. Bigger Thomas. Richard Wright. Perfect right. बहुत बढ़िया. Richard Wright. Archit, Asha, Shabash. What is the name of the book? What is the name of the book? अच्छा ये आके लिख रहा है कि उनकी क्लासेस ज्वाइन करो. अरे उनको बोलो ऑलरेडी यहाँ पे नेट जेआरएफ क्वालिफाइड बैठे हैं, पहले खुद का जेआरएफ करो फिर इनको गाइड करो. कितना मिलता होगा इसको ऐसे कमेंट में जाके लिखने के लिए? पर कमेंट 2 रुपए 4 रुपए. ठीक है भाई, ज्वाइन कर लो. पूछ लेना कि खुद का जेआरएफ क्यों नहीं हो रहा. ये जितना लिखेगा उतना मैं जवाब दूंगा, उतनी और इमेज खराब हो जाएगी. ऐसे भी लोग हैं ना खुद के जेआरएफ नहीं हो रहे, ज्ञान बांट रहे. एटलीस्ट ज्ञान मत बांटो. जेआरएफ ना होना बड़ी बात नहीं है, पर फालतू ज्ञान मत बांटो. नेता मत बनो. नेटिव सन. रिचर्ड राइट. नेटिव सन. चलो राइट आंसर रिचर्ड वाला. रिचर्ड राइट. नेक्स्ट लिखो. नेक्स्ट टेल मी. वॉल्डन. वॉल्डन. यशस्वी को 100 रुपए पर डे मिल रहे होंगे तो ज्यादा ही मिल रहे होंगे वैसे तो, पर ठीक है ना, बेरोजगारी भी है, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट भी है. बताओ बताओ. शाबाश. वॉल्डन. एसडी थोरियो. सबटाइटल. व्हाट इज द सबटाइटल ऑफ वॉल्डन? एसडी थोरियो वॉल्डन सबटाइटल. अमेरिकन लिटरेचर. Life in the Woods. Perfect answer. Now tell me this thing. In American literature, House of Seven Gables is a classic. House of Seven Gables लिखा किसने था? House of Seven Gables किसने लिखा? इसके बाद जोरदार क्वेश्चन है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज अगेन वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग क्वेश्चन. Yes, the right answer is Nathaniel Hawthorne. People actually read Scarlet Letter, ignore House of Seven Gables. Do not do that. That's a very important story. बहुत important story है, भूलना नहीं है उसको. सबसे अच्छी चीज ये है, Scarlet Letter, they'll ask you 3 characters, letter and symbols. But House of Seven Gables is a title which is repeatedly asked. Now, tell me the question. Who has written Crying Lot of 49? Heroine Oedipa Maas जाके गैम्बलिंग करती है. Name of the book is Crying Lot of 49. बताओ. Perfect. Yes, Thomas Pynchon wrote Crying Lot of 49. Perfect answer. Now, if you answer this question, the next one, then I'll clap for you. The question is, the only novel written by a female author under the pseudonym Victoria Lucas. The novel, only novel by a female writer with a pseudonym Victoria Lucas. Tell me. Yes, Nitya, you can join. Some YouTube teachers selling my notes. Inform us. Inform us. We will take legal action. क्या बात है. The bell jar. I'll clap for you. The bell jar. बहुत बढ़िया. Victoria Lucas pseudonym के साथ bell jar. Sylvia Plath का इकलौता नॉवल है. The only novel by Sylvia Plath is Bell Jar, and that is by the pseudonym Victoria Lucas. बहुत बढ़िया. Perfect है. Loved it. अब मुझे जल्दी से बता दो. Nature Poetry 1836. Foundational Manifesto of Transcendentalism, Nature, was written by the famous writer. Who wrote Nature in 1836, which became the foundational text of Transcendentalism? बताओ. क्या बात है. R.W. Emerson. Perfect. I really wish मैं आपके साथ कौन बनेगा करोड़पति खेल सकता और सच में आपको 1-1 करोड़ दे देता इस आंसर्स के साथ. ठीक है. ये बताओ. The language competence, language performance concept was given by a famous author. Tell me. That famous author is also famous for Epstein Island. Language competence, language performance was given by a famous author, and that famous author is currently famous for Epstein. Oh my God. Epstein Island सुनते ही तुमने फर्स्ट क्लास आंसर देने शुरू कर दिए. अरे सर, ये तो अपना नॉम चॉम्स्की है. वैसे it is just mentioned that he used to visit Epstein Island. No other allegations have been found true, or nothing has been made. So we should not say anything. Famous line. There is a serious house on earth it is. Where do we get this famous line? There is a serious house on earth it is. Talking about a religious place. Religious place की बात हो रही है. Hello गरिमा. गरिमा कैसे हैं आप? गायत्री सिंह. बहुत बढ़िया. शाबाश. Church Going by Philip Larkin. Yes, there is a serious house on earth. It is Church Going by Philip Larkin. बेहतरीन आंसर है। मुझे ये बताओ, एक राइटर था, ही वाज राइटिंग टोपोग्राफिकल पोइट्री एंड वाज वेरी मच इंटरेस्टेड इन टोड्स, इन हॉग्स एंड इन अदर थिंग्स। नकुल इज सेलिंग माय नोट्स एंड यू बॉट द नोट्स एंड फाउंड सिमिलर थिंग। तो अपना स्टूडेंट हमारा ही है वो, मैंने जो पढ़ा है वो बना रखे होंगे, कोई बात नहीं। अगर डिट्टो अभी वाले भी मैच हो रहे होंगे तो देख लेते हैं, वैसे हमारा स्टूडेंट है। मन वो ना माने तो क्या होगा, 2-3 महीने तो क्लास में बैठा है, इंजीनियरिंग बैकग्राउंड से कोई बच्चा आके पढ़ रहा है और नेट निकाल रहा है, और फिर चूंकि वो इसी बिजनेस में, तो वो बोलेगा कि मैंने कोचिंग नहीं ली है। अगर आप कह रहे हो कि वो नेट के नोट्स हमारे बेच रहा है, हम चेक कर लेंगे, देख लेंगे। बाकी करने दो सर्वाइव यार, जीने दो, जाने दो। कंपटीशन बहुत बढ़ गया है, ऑर्डिनरी नेट बहुत क्वालिफाइड हो गए हैं, तो हर किसी के पास उतने एडमिशंस नहीं हो रहे हैं। तब तक आप एक्सेप्शनल ना बनो। आपको भी कह रहा हूं, सबको एक्सेप्शनल बनो, ऑर्डिनरी नेट बहुत है। पहले क्या था, एनीबडी कम्स ऑन यूट्यूब एंड स्पीक्स इन इंग्लिश विद वन नेट, पीपल आर लाइक ओ माय गॉड चैंपियन। नाउ अ लॉट ऑफ पीपल आर नेट, इवन इन दिस सेशन 25-30 पीपल आर नेट क्वालिफाइड। सो बी एक्सेप्शनल, वर्क हार्ड, जैसे अभी आंसर करो ना बिना देखे, एक्सेप्शनल बनो, एक्सेप्शनल। जितना एक्सेप्शनल बनोगे उतना काम आएगा। एज ए टीचर आई वुड ऑलवेज रेकमेंड यू टू बिकम एक्सेप्शनल। जितना एक्सेप्शनल बनोगे उतना ज्यादा अच्छे से चीजें आएंगी। पिलग्रिम्स प्रोग्रेस, व्हाट इज द लास्ट स्टेज? Pilgrim's Progress, what is the last stage? The journey has been taken by Christian. What is the last stage? Where he has to leave his body. Yes, last stage is death, but what? What is death? No. Where to leave the body, the last stage? The river, Elma Fazal has given right answer. The river of death. There you have to leave your body. The end of your physical journey is that river. रिवर के साथ आपका एंडिंग खत्म हो जाता है। नाउ टेल मी दिस थिंग, ओबी ओकनोकोव इज अ फेमस कैरेक्टर इन विच बुक? थिंक बिफोर यू आंसर। आई एम नॉट आस्किंग ओकनोकोव, आई एम आस्किंग ओबी ओकनोकोव। 160 स्टूडेंट्स आर लाइव, शाबाश। ओबी ओकनोकोव। हेलो हरीश, हाउ आर यू? आई एम गुड। नो लॉन्गर एट ईज, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, परफेक्ट। नो लॉन्गर एट ईज। In The Lion and the Jewel, Siddhi has two options: Western education guy, Westernly educated guy, Lakunle, village head, Baroka. Lakunle is young boy, village head Baroka is old boy. Why Siddhi chooses the old man for marriage instead of young man? Siddhi has two options for marriage. One is young boy, educated in Western countries, Lakunle. One is old man, head of the village, Baroka. Why Siddhi chooses Baroka? Noor Thaku has given right answer. Kashifa, yes, good. Why she chooses Baroka? No, not financial. Power and control, power and authority. Yes, power and authority. Being a wife, being a queen. Being a wife, being a queen. You marry Lakunle, you become a wife. You marry Baroka, you become a queen. She chooses, and she knows she is young. She will be able to control Baroka himself. Baroka himself is old man, right? So this is the reason. Boys, motivation, work hard, become rich, become powerful, so that the young girls choose you. अंग्रेजों के साथ होता है ऐसा, अंग्रेजों के साथ, आपके साथ नहीं होगा। आपको आपके मम्मी पापा ही घर से निकाल देंगे। Who says I am not Sahib, I am thy chela? And in which book we get this line? I am not Sahib, I am thy chela. The book deals with the great game. Shivani, perfect. Kim. Yes, Kim. And what is the name of the hero? Rudyard Kipling's famous book, Kim, 1901. Name of the hero is Kimberly O'Hara. Ria Bera has given right answer. Vandana Thakur has given right answer. Shabash. Angel Naz has given right answer. What is the great game? If they ask you what is great game in Rudyard Kipling's Kim, what do you mean by the great game? Tell me. मैंने बोला था ना संडे को बड़ा लाइव करेंगे. I am here. आज तुम्हारा पूरा जो जितना भी है ना सारा वो क्लियर हो जाएगा माइंड में कि कहां से क्या क्या आ सकता है. हर क्वेश्चन, हर कॉन्सेप्ट यू विल बी एबल टू रिफ्रेश. माइंड रिफ्रेश हो जाएगा. Yes, the spy game, बहुत बढ़िया. सविता मौर्य and Kavita Kaushik given right answer. Spy game, not just spy game. Spy से याद आया, Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple are the famous detective by a writer who created Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple as characters. Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple as characters. रोशनी अहिरवार, बहुत बढ़िया. भावना, शाबाश. नूर ठाकुर, गुड आंसर. स्वास्तिक, परफेक्ट आंसर. तूफान बहुत दिनों के बाद ज्वाइन किया. जैस्मिन, जोसेफा, yes, right answer. Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie's character Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. Name the two famous characters, two famous detective characters by Arthur Conan Doyle. एक तो हम श्योर बता दोगे, दूसरा बताओ. Arthur Conan Doyle, another detective fiction author, name his two famous characters. बहुत बढ़िया. Sherlock Holmes, Jasmine, बहुत बढ़िया. Sherlock Holmes, we need one more. Priyanka Singh has given right answer. Sherlock Holmes and Mr. Watson. अब ये बताओ, the famous book where we have oblique narration, the narrator himself is the murderer. The famous book which is known for oblique narration, where the narrator himself. Can you hear my voice? Yes, Murder of Rosa Ackroyd. Perfect. By Agatha Christie. Murder of Rosa Ackroyd. Can you hear me? आवाज आ रही है? Somebody called actually, so I'm just asking. Last time ऐसा हुआ था कि कॉल के बाद आवाज चली गई थी. हाँ, okay. Murder of Rosa Ackroyd by Agatha Christie is the best example of meta-narrative oblique fiction oblique style. यहाँ पे the murderer himself is the narrator. The one who is telling the story, he himself has done the murder. Now tell me this thing. In P.B. Shelley's Ode to West Wind, a particular rhyme scheme has been taken from Dante. What is the name of the rhyme scheme and what is the rhyme scheme? Tell me, Khalid, Neelu. Batao. T.S. Eliot's, P.B. Shelley's Ode to West Wind. Tarja Rhyma, yes, also known as third rhyme. Tarja Rhyma, what is the rhyme scheme? Tarja Rhyma has been taken from Dante. बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. ABA, BCB, CDC, क्या बात है, perfect, बहुत बढ़िया. In Indian aesthetic, who gave the concept of Sphota Siddhant? Sphota theory was given by, in Indian aesthetics, Sphota Siddhant. Sphota Siddhant given by Bhartrihari, बहुत बढ़िया. Those who are my students, you remember Bhartrihari wrote 3 books. 3 books. I taught you that particular 3 books. What are the names of these 3 books? 3 Shataks. 100 poetry collection, 3 Shatak. Who will tell me these 3 books? Take your time. Type it. Niti Shatak, Shringar Shatak. One more. Niti Shatak, Shringar Shatak. Waiting for one more after he got cheated by his wife. Gayatri Sathe, perfect answer. Vairagya Shatak, Gayatri, बहुत बढ़िया Gayatri. Vairagya Shatak, बहुत बढ़िया, perfect answer. Name the writer from Indian aesthetics who gave the concept of Vakrokti Siddhant and what is the name of the book? In which book he gave Vakrokti theory, Vakrokti Siddhant, and in which book? बहुत बढ़िया, शाबाश. बहुत बढ़िया पल्लवी, perfect answer. Vakrokti Siddhant, Acharya Kuntak, and the book is Vakrokti Jivitam. बहुत बढ़िया, perfect answer. सही answers आ रहे हैं. I am loving these answers. Now tell me this thing. Who coined the concept of poetic license? What is the concept of poetic license? Who gave it? Poetic license किसने coin किया था? Then I'll ask you poetic justice. Who has coined poetic license? Who has coined poetic justice? किरण ने कहा सर मैंने 20 पेजेस के नोट्स बना लिए आपके इस वीडियो से. 20 पेज नोट्स have been made from this lecture. You know what? You will get a lot of questions from this. ये सब PYQs. I'm not asking any question to waste my time. I am also tired. 2 hours plus continuous straight conversation is going on. One-sided. I'm speaking. I need rest. But you know what? I really know this is my duty. Next 3 days, if you revised all these things, you will crack the exam. You become JRF. So you don't have to come on YouTube and hello, this is my YouTube channel. Become a JRF, go for PhD, get government jobs. There is a crisis of government jobs. आपको पता है दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में एडहॉक एंट्री बंद हो गई है. Tanya says, sir, why are you the best? I am not the best, Tanya. All I know is I am competing myself. मेरा कंपटीशन एक आदमी है. Let me tell you. मेरा कंपटीशन एक लड़का है, वो 11 बार नेट, 2 बार JRF है, बहुत सारे कॉन्सेप्ट फैक्चुअली याद रखता है, कनेक्ट करके पढ़ाता है, एक्सिस्टेंशियल इंटरटेक्चुअल रेफरेंसेस से पढ़ाता है. मुझे उस बंदे से कंपटीशन है, मुझे उससे और आगे जाना है. Yes, this lecture is available on YouTube. I am competing myself. I really needed more and more information. मेहनत करो मेरे दोस्तों, कंपटीशन बहुत गंदा हो रहा है, जॉब्स नहीं है. दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी ने एडहॉक एडमिशंस बंद कर दिए हैं, एडहॉक टीचर्स बंद कर दिए हैं, नोटिफिकेशन आ चुका है, आपको पता है. मैडम इज टीचिंग इन दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी, आई एम एक्स फैकल्टी फ्रॉम दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी, सो वी नो दीज इन्फॉर्मेशंस. सो वर्क हार्ड. अभी गवर्नमेंट जॉब बहुत कम है, जो एक्सेप्शनल होगा ना, बेस्ट आउट ऑफ द बेस्ट, ठीक है, वो करेगा ग्रैब. उसके लिए जितना पढ़ सकते हो पढ़ो. Jasprit, Punjab lecturer cadre preparation can be done in UGC NET recorded lectures. Let me tell you one thing clearly. Just like Vikas Divikirti said this thing, that UPSC, it should be prepared by everyone. Even if you don't want to become IAS, prepare UPSC so that you understand life. Just like that, if you want to command English literature, at least either come for offline batch or take online class. It will prepare you for NET, SET, PhD entrance, Public Service Commission, school level exams, because the overall literature will be presented in front of you. Once you read everything, you're not scared of anything. Imagine I have to attempt Punjab lecturer cadre, I have to give PGT, I have to give DSSB, I have to give KV. I know I'm going to tick all the answers because I've studied that much. So you also read top level. Education can change your life. We are not rich people with rich inheritance. So what can change our life? Education. I was not able to buy books. I used to buy second-hand books. I have my own library. Only the education can change. So give yourself 200% time. Offline batch, you will talk to me. You'll sit with me. We will sip tea together. We will have fun together. We will laugh together. And I will be guiding you directly, indirectly. I will play the role of a mentor. आपको लाइफ में कभी ऐसा चाहिए ना कि कोई मेरे साथ हो, मेरे नोट्स चेक करे, मुझे बताए इसको ऐसे पढ़ना है. आपसे मैं पूछूंगा आके कि ये पढ़ लिया, ये क्वेश्चन कर लिए. आपको पता है इन ऑफलाइन बैच जब बच्चे छुपने की कोशिश करते हैं कि नहीं सर क्वेश्चन करेंगे, मैं उन बच्चों से ज्यादा क्वेश्चन पूछता हूं. आई फोकस ऑन दोज क्वेश्चंस, दोज स्टूडेंट्स हु ट्राई टू hide and not to answer, because in offline I'll give you mentorship. So if you really want to prepare for any exam, either come for offline batch or take offline classes in online format. ये content wanted सब tabs पे हो जाएगा. Ria has written, your notes helped me a lot in my publication as well. The concept you taught have helped me to get 2 of my publication along with my PhD. The credit goes to you. You worked hard. I taught everyone, Ria. I'm teaching everyone. It is up to you. You know, knowledge is everywhere. It is up to you how you take. So the credit is not mine. I did my duty. You respected it. And this is the message to all of you. 3 days, next 3 days, 7 to 8 hours, 7 to 8 hours, study perfectly. Jasmine, assalamu alaikum to you. She says the way you say namaste, sat sri akal, assalamu alaikum, and you say shaba khair before you leave. This is an ideal teacher should do. I'm trying to learn more languages. I really wish to connect with all students. Sometimes sometimes I greet in Gujarati words, and I keep on learning actually. In offline batch, we get students from everywhere, from Kashmir to Kerala. So I interact with them. I talk, and I have attended multiple weddings. Attended a wedding in Kashmir in a village. गाँव में शादी attend की मैंने. I have attended weddings in Kerala. You people have given me an identity. Anyway, chalo, not about my story. It's not important. Jai Jhulelal, Kiran Jaiswani ji, Jai Jhulelal. Okay, now see, last 3 days are there. Make notes from today's class and write down whatever you can, right? Ranjit is saying, sir, you know Punjabi language or not? Ranjit ji, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ ਹਾਂ. So ਤੁਸੀਂ ਟੈਨਸ਼ਨ ਨਾ ਲਓ, ਸਾਡਾ ਪਿੰਡ ਪੰਜਾਬ ਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ. Batinda is hardly 1 hour away from my place. Abor is hardly 30 minutes away from my place. My post-graduation, I was surrounded by Sikh boys. One of my best hostel life. 2 years, surrounded by Sikh boys. Watch my Bhangra on my Instagram. I love to do Bhangra. Literature has taught me to become a human and Indian. And now I'm trying to become the global citizen. Last 3 दिन है, 8-8 घंटे पढ़ो, रिवाइज करो. No need to read new things. You want this AI paper? It is available on our app. मैंने AI के क्वेश्चंस अवेलेबल करके डाले हैं, आपको मैंने इन्फॉर्म किया भी था पहले. If you want to go for this AI level questions now, go to our app, you will be able to find it. Go to our app and you will be able to find it. ठीक है, नर्वस मत हो, डोंट बी नर्वस, इट्स ओके. सानिया स्वाति, सानिया मेवाती, ओके सानिया मेवाती. आई एम नॉट मिसिंग योर क्वेरी. नजर में जो सामने आता है वही देख पाता हूं. या दिस वीडियो विल बी रिकॉर्डेड. अभी जाके आपको करना है रिवाइज, अच्छे से पढ़ना है, क्योंकि मैं ज्यादा टाइम ले सकता हूं. आई कैन स्ट्रेच इट फॉर 30-40 मोर मिनट्स, बट यू मस्ट go and prepare, make notes from this thing, and do not forget to write comments. If you have other questions, you want me to take next live session on a particular thing, write in the comments में करिए. व्योमा ब्रह्म भट्ट has also joined the membership. Welcome व्योमा. comment में लिख दो, write it in the comment that what is the next topic you want me to talk or you want me to deal, and that's the thing. That person is writing, sir आप मैडम को टाइम नहीं देते, प्लीज स्पेंड द टाइम विद योर वाइफ सर. एक स्टूडेंट को अपनी जो लिमिट्स है उसको क्रॉस नहीं करना चाहिए. आपको ध्यान रखना चाहिए, गुरु और गुरु माता दोनों आपके माता पिता के समान है. और अगर आपको फिर भी लग रहा है कि आई एम नॉट गिविंग टाइम टू मैडम, तो एक काम करो, आप पहले अपने पापा को बोलो मम्मी को टाइम दे, मैं अपना देख लूंगा. ठीक है, चलो बाय बाय, गुड नाइट, टेक केयर, स्वीट ड्रीम्स, शब खैर.